Hey guys, welcome to the Monday night Immortals Inc. stream with the Chainsword Diaries. Today we're bringing you some Imperium on Imperium action. We've got TCDG and his Grey Knights. And we also have Andrew and some really nice looking Dark Angels. You guys are going to love what you're seeing here on the stream. So we're going to be playing another Maelstrom mission this week. We're going to be playing Contact Lost. If you have any questions about it, be sure to hit us up in chat. We'll make sure to let you know what's going on.
Also our mistakes.
Anything you want to know, what's going on, you have questions, we're not doing something right, let us know. And hey, if you like what we're doing, feel free to follow the channel, or you can follow us on the on Facebook at the Chainsword Diaries. Instagram, we're at the Chainsword Diaries as well, and on Twitter we're just at the Chainsword. Look for us on YouTube here coming up fairly soon. We'll be dropping our first battle report. So, guys, I think we got a good matchup here. Looks like pretty even distribution of the objectives, and you guys have a good game. We'll be back out after round one.
Okay. Good luck, sir. All right, let's see. Roll off to see who deploys first. Ones? That's a one of us. Yeah. All right. So that I can figure out. All right. We started up, buddy.
Okay, back in the booth, I've got myself, TCD Matt, as well as TCD Jeff on our stream. We're going to be providing commentary tonight. Jeff, how's it going tonight, man?
Oh, it's going, man. It's going. Yeah, you always out there for the round recap. But yeah, so I'm excited. Always excited to watch the 40K. So let's get it cracking.
It's going to be a good game. G's on a hot streak, and we'll see if he can keep up the ridiculous dice that he normally brings to the table.
Oh my gosh!
I tell you, that guy.
Whenever he needs invuln saves, whenever he needs sixes, whatever he needs, he gets. It's quite incredible how. I don't want to say lucky, but it's like it is.
G is the 40K mafia. I'm telling you, whatever he needs, he gets it. No questions asked.
It's frustrating too, because it's like, oh, he's got to make 4 6-up saves, and he passes like 2 of them. It's like,
absolutely, man.
Yeah, but honestly though, he knows how to play the game, so I don't want to totally say it's all luck for him. He knows how to play the game, and he usually puts himself in a good position to win. So I don't want to take anything away from him.
Absolutely, you know, he comes from a Magic background, so a lot of his gameplay comes from risk analysis and putting himself at the best position numerically, just to have those statistics on his side. He does a lot of analytics beforehand.
Absolutely. So yeah. So I think we're just deploying now, getting some dudes on the table. So I think we got what? So it's Contact Lost, and then we have Hammer and Anvil deployment. At least it looks like.
That is exactly what we got going on here. We've got Hammer and Anvil deployment. So we've got Grey Knights are going to be taking the table from the right to the left, and then we've got Dark Angels coming in from your left to your right.
Swords and bolters on the other case.
So what's new, Matt? How's your 40K life going?
You know, honestly, I've been building up a lot of Death Guard. I'll tell you what.
Coming soon.
That new release coming. You know me, my little chaosy heart. It's pumping a little greener this week.
Extremely green.
Yeah. So we got some new. Hotness coming for the Death Guard in the next couple weeks with that new codex coming out.
Yeah.
And
Morty.
I'll tell you what, Morty is
Morty minus Rick.
Yeah, he's lost all sense of conscience. It's pure Morty all the time.
Oh man.
But no, seeing some of those units from that GW preview, man, the Death Shroud looks hot.
Oh my gosh, dude! Like honestly, so I am not much of a Chaos player, but seeing those Death Guard models, like, it makes me want to play Death Guard. Like, they are so dope. It's so nice. But I can't invest any more time.
I'm right there with you. You know, when I started talking to my wife about doing another army, she of course I got the eye roll first because that's just how it is. Those of you out there who are married get that. So you know. Then I told her. She asked me. She said, "Well, what are you going to play?" I said, "Well, I'm thinking about another Chaos army." And
well, I applaud you for the fact that she can talk the talk. At least she knows Chaos and that stuff. That's good. It's good.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of I think it's a little bit of Stockholm syndrome at this point. But yeah,
that, and you've talked about it so much that she's finally, you know,
that's really it. I've just broken her down, and really it's not so much that she loves the lore or knows what I'm talking about, but she recognizes enough keywords to know when I'm trying to buy something that I already have. So I think that's pretty much what it comes down to.
Yeah, that's the. Some more Space Marines, don't you have them? No, these are Primaris Space Marines.
That's right. That's right. So I think we just had the roll-off for who's going first.
Yeah, I think so. And I think that was to seize.
That was to seize. So, as usual, G pulls off a 6.
And going first. Good old G.
So, G is bringing nothing but the Great Smite Hope. Big Game Hunter. Ooh. I'll tell you what.
I don't know if he can. Does he have something with more than 10 wounds? I don't think he does.
No, I do not.
I don't believe. No, because Loyalist. The only thing that I saw on the Dark Angel side was a Dreadnought, and I believe there are only 8 wounds.
So what was that?
And that was a secure objective 4.
Okay, secure objective 4. So where is that?
Right there.
Right here.
Right there in the bag. Oh, wait, this looks familiar.
It does look a little familiar. Those of you who are following us on YouTube may see a little similarity between these two. If you're not following us on YouTube, what are you doing, man? Yeah, take the time to check us out. We've got good stuff going on.
That's right.
All right.
Hey, I want to give a big shout out to Justin Carasquillo.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't go
Hopefully I'm saying that right.
Okay.
Maybe I should have rolled the R's. Not sure.
Everybody knows Smite.
Carasquillo,
I think.
I apologize. I know Justin personally. Great dude. I do not know how to pronounce your last name, but he's an awesome dude. So. Much respect to Justin.
Justin's got those NIDs, right?
He's got NIDs, and he's got a multitude of things. So he has NIDs, and the one time I played him, he played he calls it Imperium United. He has a couple Imperial Knights, and he has Death Watch alongside it, stuff like that. So. Yeah, he's had a couple different armies at different points. He's always had NIDs though. NIDs has always been his thing. I think he kind of takes time with his craft. So you know, when he picks something up, it's usually a long time before it gets out on the table. So I'm pretty sure he's playing Gene Stealer Cult, but that released last year, and he picked up that. But I don't know, you know, if that's coming this year or the year after. I don't know. So he's doing Death Guard. I know that for a fact too. So
D3 victory points if your opponent's warlord has been destroyed during any.
Wait, that was the first turn already?
Ooh.
Nice.
That was it.
G didn't move. He stood in place. I think with Big Game Hunter, that's pretty much his best bet because he's on 2 objectives.
No, he can't do Big Game Hunter. He redrew.
Oh, you're right. To get secure objective 4.
Yeah, so he's probably got that already in the backfield. So that's probably why he didn't move. Honestly, though, I think that's probably a smart move considering that Primaris. So it's mostly Primaris stuff, at least from what I'm seeing, at least on the Dark Angel side. So he doesn't have a whole lot of long range, which I think that, I mean, you could argue, you know, maybe if he has some Hellblasters 30 inches. I think the heavy ones are 36, right?
I believe you're correct in that.
So, but still, I mean, that's the one thing with Primaris is a lot of short range and not a lot of long range firepower. So, because you think about Space Marines, they can get that 48 inches on the las cannon. So,
las cannon, missile launchers. There's a lot of stuff that you can do with those Devastator squads.
Yeah. My movement. All right.
Psychic phase.
Psychic. I have no.
On the psychic. So he does have a psyker.
Yeah, no.
I think I just overheard him saying he has nothing, so it could be another Great Smite Hope bloodbath here.
Well, maybe.
G in his psychic phase, man. Let me tell you.
Definitely
He is definitely the fan of mortal wounds. So.
Last cannon.
So I think playing Primaris here in a Hammer and Anvil mission, you can mitigate, even though you start off farther away, you can mitigate that.
Yeah, you can stay alive for at least a little extra time.
Right. But the downside is you have a real hard time being able to wheel around that unit. You can create that kind of Maginot Line effect coming right up the table.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. That's the other problem, especially with this list. I don't see any Inceptors or anything, or any Repulsors. So he's going to be kind of handicapped with movement. So I think deep striking and gate of Infinity for G is definitely going to be impactful.
Productive, right?
All right. Well, I'm going to head out and talk to the guys, see how round 1 went.
Close these doors.
And so I set up all my armies then?
Yes.
Hey guys, we're going to have a talk about how long you're taking for turns, because I think this is just way too long. It's getting a little ridiculous.
Yeah. Apologize, folks.
So, G, that was the movement phase for the ages. You want to tell us what's going on here?
Yeah, so I just got Defend Objective 4, and I didn't want to get in range of his guns for no reason. So, and then on my next turn I get to draw 2 cards, so there was just no reason to move. Even, let him do the rolling. Yeah. So I'm conservative. It worked for me before, so.
So Andrew, we've got a nice little squad of Hellblasters pumping it up right here.
Yeah.
And so, man, we've got a lot of plasma coming your
a lot
way.
of plasma. That's why I didn't move.
I think you froze some Grey Knights in your tracks, man. And we got a nice las cannon holding it down over there on Objective 1. How you feeling?
Pretty good.
Right.
Waiting for them to come down.
Waiting for on my signal, unleash hell.
Yep.
I like the way it goes, man. All right, guys. So looks like we got round 2 coming up. Hey, while you're waiting in between rounds, why don't you follow us on Facebook?
All right. So I can draw 2 objectives. So
Yep.
I get to draw 2 cards, and we get to hold up to 6. We do get to discard at the end of turn 1. Sorry.
Okay.
So, quick question coming from my other chair here, TCD Jeff, was what the score was. G had secure Objective 4. I didn't quite see that one. I'm going to do the very professional holler out the door and say, hey, G, can you show us that card again?
Yeah, that was Deed of Legends.
Which does what?
Destroy monster or character, D3.
Slay a monster or character. D3,
And
that's a big
one of
one.
my
That is a
favorite
big
points.
one, yeah.
Teleport attack.
Oh, great.
Oh,
So-
hey, another...
Another, hey, we're Grey Knights, so we get victory points.
Teleported in.
I'll tell you though, especially I've noticed in at least Contact Loss, and this is through 7th edition as well.
Pretty okay.
There's not a lot of cards, so anytime you get those buffs with a D3 or a multiple victory point card, those can really turn the game, and you can really just ensure a victory by getting 1 or 2 of those at the right time.
And, I think what Andrew's going for here, playing a Maelstrom mission, as I said when I was out there, he's got a lot of plasma that he's bringing to the table. So I think he might be going for the table.
So I've played Grey Knights a couple times, actually G's Grey Knights a couple times, and it is the low model count, for obvious reasons, and there is a good chance you can table if you play the right cards, you play the right units, and if you make the right shot, you make the right decisions, you've got a good chance of tabling. So my thing is with G here, he's got a lot of stuff in Deep Strike, I believe. So if he gets the right assaults off, though, from that Deep Strike, and he takes out enough plasma, you're looking at he should be able to ensure himself a decent, at least, not
good
totally
head start.
be tabled,
Good head start, yeah. I think looking at the table, looking how we've got Andrew set up here, it's almost calling for that Dread Knight to drop right below that building there on the left-hand side of the table.
Yeah, right where those squad of Hellblasters are, right?
And that's going to be bad news for those Hellblasters. Better hope that they're hot and Overwatch.
Well, that too, yeah, because I think there's a lot of holes in his, and I'm not trying to I feel like there's a lot of holes, at least for Deep Strike. Like there's a lot of opening points for G to make some good deep strikes and some solid charges. Because he's still got a lot of command points to reroll those charge ranges.
I think you're right. And, you know, one of the other things that I'd like to point out is, you know, that is, and
here it comes.
that's exactly what we're seeing. There's the Dread Knight coming in at the bottom of the table, looking for some Hellblasters for lunch. But I think playing Primaris almost lends you to a Grey Knight style army, where you're paying a premium for the units that you're bringing to the table.
Yeah, and you know,
I believe it's 3 command points.
Okay.
Green live 2115. Okay.
So we'll line up the cards and then.
All right. It looks like we may have some technical difficulties going on. So if you can hear us but not see us, we apologize. We're working on that.
I think we're okay. It looks like everything's green.
Yeah, I think we're seeing green on the board here.
Are we offline? Completely? Alright.
Alright.
If you can hear us, we're going to continue to just tell you what's going on with the game.
Where are the comments at?
Alright, to add one more L. Man, I thought it was multiple. So, yeah. And he's going to cast Vortex of Doom. I'm going to target your Warlord. Okay. I need an 8. Now, because everything is Grey Knights of Detachment, I get +1 from Psyker and for Deny the Wish. Okay. So, that'll get there.
There you go.
That. Because it's 8, so
yes, I think it looks like everything's still good. I think we're still streaming, so they're going to continue playing. So we'll fill you in if we miss out on anything.
And everybody 3 inches of him.
All right.
Those units suffer.
Those of you who are with us, thank you for your time.
Absolutely, yeah. Love having you guys on. So.
3 mortal wounds, my friend. All right.
But yeah, so
looks
like G's knee deep in his psychic phase as per usual. Probably dishing out mortal wounds like it's his job.
Okay, so I was just checking our.
But yeah,
units and every other unit within.
So it looks like he's explaining some psychic powers to Andrew.
Okay. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4 units.
And you have
3.
I guess I could, but I don't really, because I'm going to get like special rules.
I believe still you can still run your Feel No Pain.
Yeah, and I'll roll those after I make sure with all these. Alright, that's 5.
So you can still run your Feel No Pain.
So I think we're still recording, so I think we're good.
We are good. Good to go, guys. Keep playing. Everything seems to go. Sorry for any technical difficulties on our end.
I think we're good.
We are good. Vortex of
Doom on the captain.
Everything seems to go.
So G is no mercy as per usual. Never afraid to put somebody in their place, whether they're new, old player, veteran player, brand new. He's ready. He's ready to take anybody. He treats everybody the same. Treats everybody equal.
That's a good way to look at it.
You playing 40K, you're going down.
Equal pain for everybody.
Treats everybody the same. Treats everybody
across. That's a good way to look at it.
You playing 40K, you're going down.
Equal pain for everybody.
Looks like he's still dishing out some mortal wounds.
That's a good way to look at it.
Well, we're 10 inches, so now actually it would be 10 inches. He's a separate unit, right?
Yeah.
They're lined up, but yeah, because I make sure I was 10 inches. So we're 10 inches, so now Smite goes off, take 1 more wound.
So some more smite going through. The great smite hope, never failing.
Never failing. One thing you can always count on with G is just bringing that smite pain.
Great smite hope.
And that is it for a second.
I wonder if he meditates in his free time. He's so knee deep in Grey Knights, you know. I feel like he's kind of like that psychic mind guy. I'm just curious,
you know, yeah.
What draws him in?
I think it's hard to think about what makes G work. You know, he's definitely got that Zen mindset of bringing, you know, just unity through smite. Really, is I think if G had a message,
unity through smite, I would absolutely.
Bringing, you know, just unity through smite. Really, is I think if G had a message. Okay, I think we're looking for 3s on wounds here. Looks like all 4 of those went through. We're looking for 3s on wounds here. Ah, G's being surprised by Dark Angels getting that 3-up invuln.
That 3-up cheese. So
Ah, G's being surprised by Dark Angels getting a 3-up invuln.
So is this still the psychic phase, or are we on to shooting now?
I believe we might have gone on to shooting. 2 damage each for this one.
So is this still the psychic phase, or are we on to shooting now?
I believe we might have gone on to shooting.
Oh, is this the Vortex of Doom? Because this was the D3s he was rolling?
Vortex of Doom, I believe, does do that 2 damage each.
D3. So that's probably why I rolled the 4 dice.
Vortex of Doom, I believe, does do that.
Oh, we got Slay the Warlord already?
Turn 2, Slay the Warlord.
That is rough. That is a rough day. Hey, that's what you get when you play with G. Already? Yeah. That and the being able to teleport and then no. And this is really an 8th edition when you play with being able to just get access to those free mortal wounds with Psychic and Smite, Vortex and all that. Like, you're looking at some serious pain.
Right, yeah, you know, there's not that much that you can do to get around
that, because you don't scatter either. They remove scatter dice. So Deep Strike is basically just don't be within 9 inches and you're going to get Smite. You're going to get that more. Get some mortal wounds to the face.
When you're playing an elite army like this, elite army on elite army, it's really hard to defend yourself. Now, if somebody bringing orcs or TRs or even IG, elite army on
yeah, when you play Swarm, yeah,
you can really deploy and kind of deny whole areas of the table with deployment.
Well, that and mortal wounds are less impactful, especially when you're talking about like big, large model count units. Because like you think about a D3 on a 20 model unit. That and mortal wounds are less impactful. Go ahead. You're taking out my whatever 5-point models. Okay, go ahead. Whatever.
You want to come within 9 inches of 30 boys?
Go ahead.
We support this.
You're taking out Chainsword Diaries approved. Okay, go ahead. Whatever. So I think now we got some shooting going on. Go ahead. Looks like a lot of dice. So that's probably his Warlord shooting the Gatling silence.
Yeah, that's probably what we've got going on here.
Yeah, so I think it's the Gatling silencer. So it is strength 4, and I think he's shooting at the.
Shooting at the Dreadnought.
Yeah, so it's the Gatling silencer. So it is strength 4, and I think he's shooting at the. There's only one wound though.
Shooting at the Dreadnought.
So it wasn't. I mean, it might have been the Incinerator.
Could be.
You're rolling a lot of dice. There's only one wound though. So it might have been the Incinerator.
Could be.
Is this like? What else? I'm not sure where he's at right now. Rolling some shooting. Is this like? What else? I'm not sure where he's at right now. Rolling some shooting. Is this like? What else? I'm not sure where he's at right now.
All right, so we got some long-range shooting.
Looks like the Razorback getting in on the action.
Getting out that Grey Knight Psy Cannon.
Looks like the Razorback getting in on the action. They don't have Psy Cannons on the Razorback.
Grey Knight Psy Cannon. It's all the Imperium.
I was going to say, basically, if it's a transport, all the Space Marine armies get the same thing.
Okay. I just assume it being the Imperium that they're going to cheat, so, you know. It's just
yeah, I think they removed the Dreadnought Cyborg ammo stuff. So pretty much everything vehicle-wise is the same across the board for all Imperial stuff.
Good to know. Good to know.
Unless obviously it's like a faction-specific vehicle-wise. Razorback name across the board. Hey, that looks like a TCD Jeff roll right there. Razorback.
Trademark TCD Jeff 1.
That's right, when you need him.
He rolls one so you don't have to. That's why I think you're the people's hero.
That's right, I'm rolling the ones for the people. I will take that. I'll take that. Here for you guys.
That's why I think you're the people's hero.
That's right, I'm rolling the ones for the people. I will take that. I'll take that.
So I'm out of range at both of some.
Here for you guys.
That's why I think you're the people's hero.
That's right, I'm rolling the ones for the people. I will take that. I'll take that.
So I'm out of range at both of some.
Those of you who are just tuning in, we've got G's Grey Knights facing off against Andrew's Blood Angels.
Dark Angels.
Dark Angels. You're right. Sorry.
This guy's chaos, you know. He can't. Anything Imperium, he's like, it's Angels.
It's a lapdog. Something. You know, a lapdog's a lapdog.
This guy's chaos, you know. He can't.
If it's a Chihuahua, if it's, like, you know, whatever you want to call it. It's a lapdog. You know, a lapdog's a lapdog.
This guy's chaos, you know. He can't. car
If it's a Chihuahua, it's like
comprehensive. I hope they got comprehensive coverage on that Razorback insurance policy.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if it would be good to know if the Emperor protects in case of emergency.
Is that an auto? Like, is it the Emperor auto insurance?
Sure if it would be. Are you in good hands with the Emperor? It's really what we want to know. What do you think? Is that an auto?
Like, is it the Emperor auto insurance?
What I really like. Are you in good hands with the Emperor? This is the first time I've really seen G just completely sit back.
I know. Normally he's in your face, like dropping stuff. Smite. I'm missing it all up. Smite, Psychic, Vortex. I know. Normally he's in your face, but like right now he's really backing off. So
I think I felt where you were going to go. You were going to drop a Smite baby.
Psychic, Vortex. I know. Normally he's in your face.
Yeah. Too cold. I think I felt where you were going to go.
Gee, it's too cold out here, man. Yeah, goodness. Yeah.
Too cold. She is making it feel like it's 5th edition all over again, taking it back to the old school with this Grey Knight.
I've faced the Grey Knights a couple times now, and
it's 5th edition all over.
It's just unbelievable how much psychic mind bullets they dish out, all those mortal wounds, and then on top of that, they still rip face in combat, like close combat. Like
no doubt about it. Terminators are still Terminators. It doesn't matter what color paint job you put on.
Well, and you think about Paladins now have 3 wounds apiece, and their weapons are just like the halberds got 2 damage apiece. Well, and you think about Paladins now have it's no joke.
Halberds also don't add that -1 to wounds, got 2 damage or -1 to hit.
Right, and it's +1 strength. So I don't think anything in the Grey Knights Codex is maybe the Demon Hammer -1 to hit.
Nothing outside of the chain
and it's +1 strength. So I don't think anything. So the Demon Hammers were Initiative 1 last edition. So.
Oh, you're right.
So they might be -1, but I know Grandpa G's favorite dude. He does not suffer the -1 to hit on his hammer. So
good old Grandpa Voldis keeping kids across lawns, kids off of his lawn across the universe.
Yeah, to hit on his hammer, no doubt about it.
Good old Grandpa Voldis keeping kids across lawns, kids off of his lawn across the universe.
Yeah, to hit on his hammer, no doubt about it.
Grandpa Voldis keeping kids across lawns, kids off of his lawn across the universe.
Alright, so G's turn's over. So a little bit of damage. I think he took out the Warlord, and but I think he's still suffering from low model count, and right now he's at a low damage output point because he's out of range of everything. So I'm curious to see what his plans are. Did you see what that card is?
No, I think we're going to have to get our people to move those cards down a little bit.
I'm curious to see what his plans are. Did you see what that card is?
No, I think we're going to have to get our people to move those cards down.
Blood and Guts, I believe that is.
Yeah, I think that's Blood and Guts. No, I think we're going to have to get our
looking to punch some people. Probably not what you want for Grey Knights, considering you probably want to stay out of that, especially with Primaris, because they really don't have any hard hitters close combat wise right now. At least what he's got on the table.
No, nothing's really.
Maybe a Dreadnought, if he's got the Power Fist, can do some damage. Get some D6. At least what he's got on the table.
No, nothing. Actually,
maybe a Dreadnought.
I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say those Hellblasters are pretty close to that Dreadnought.
He's got wounds down, then use the Dreadnought
to finish him off.
Victory point. I don't know if he's the Warlord. Is he the Warlord? Do you know if he's the Warlord?
Yeah, G is running the Dreadnought as the Warlord.
Oh wow, that's 2 victory points if he does it right.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the way that I would go. G is running the Dreadnought looking at the Dark Angels here. They are moving back.
Do you know if they're the regular Hellblasters or they heavy or assault?
I believe they are regular Hellblasters.
Oh, he's in the money right now.
Are moving back.
Do you know if they're the regular Hellblasters or they heavy or assault?
I believe they are regular Hellblasters.
Oh, he's in the money right now. Oh, that's some trash talk. They ain't running.
Oh, Andrew.
I love it.
Andrew calling his shot.
Dishing with G. I love it. Oh, that's some trash talk. They ain't running.
Oh, Andrew.
I love it.
Andrew calling his shot.
Dishing with G. I love it. Oh, that's some trash talk. They ain't running.
Oh, Andrew. Andrew calling his shot.
You had to multi-charge in order to bring them into combat. So if you consolidate, that doesn't automatically drag them into combat.
We got a rules question.
Hang on, I'm going to go jump on camera and we'll talk about it.
We got a rules question.
Hang on, I'm going to go jump on camera and we'll talk about it.
Me, right?
We got a rules
You consolidate into your turn.
he would be in close combat because you have tied them. Right. You go base to base. They're considered to be in close combat.
Yeah.
Because I thought when you consolidate, you had to be up to an inch away from them. And they would not be considered in close combat unless you multi-charged.
Yeah.
So if he had declared charging my Apothecary and my Hellblasters, he would be in close combat with both
Because
of them.
I killed the Apothecary, that automatically charged me within that 1 inch range. So that's why I don't think. But I think you get to attack with me, though, and then on my turn, and on your turn, you have to pull out of combat. But I think you.
I thought no, it's
that's right. No? So I'll tell you what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring out TCG Jeff.
I thought no,
we're gonna bring this out. So Jeff, can you grab a copy of the rules and come on screen here and we'll read it out loud? Jeff,
I thought no, it's
Jeff, can you grab a copy of the rules and come on screen here and we'll read it out loud?
So you're saying you charged your Apothecary, killed him.
Yep.
And then you consolidated, and when you're done
Into the Hellblasters.
Into the Hellblasters. They are now within 1 inch, so they are locked in combat. You cannot fight. Those Hellblasters, even though they're locked in during the... They cannot fight because it says at the start of the fight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it says any unit that charged or has models within 1 inch of an enemy that can be chosen to fight. They didn't have it at the start of the fight phase, so they would just be locked in that turn. Now on your turn, they're within 1 inch, so they either have to fall back or whatever, or you can leave them there and then they can punch this turn. They can fight this turn.
So if you fall back, you cannot shoot. I thought I did it right by locking them into combat.
You did it.
That was my plan. Okay, I want to make sure that was right.
That's what we. So we've got the judges' rule, and we're going to head back in the booth.
Okay.
Have fun, guys.
All right.
So you just don't get to fight on my turn, but you get to fight.
Or I'm pulling him out.
No, you can decide not to.
Yeah, I'm having him fall back.
Okay.
All right. Well, that will be it for my movement. I am going to do some shooting.
Okay.
My Venerable is going to shoot.
Okay, so it sounds like I created a technical issue.
I think you should those guys.
Way to go.
I'm going to openly admit to being special. Anybody who is special like me, feel free to chime in and let us know.
Heavy Plasma Cannon into your Dread Knight and Heavy Flamer into your Terminators.
Immortals Inc. technical staff is giving us a hand here.
Shout out to Immortals Inc. here in Rocky River. Come down, see us, Rocky River, Ohio. Play some games. It's a good time.
Nothing doing.
Come on, Lieutenant.
All right.
What's the negative on that?
-1. 3 up. All right.
Yeah.
And then Heavy Plasma Cannon, not supercharged.
Awesome.
2 shots. Hitting on 2s. And wounding on 3s. Top 7?
I believe I'm 6, actually, dude.
Really?
Top 6.
All right, well, 3s it is.
I'll take it. All right, so we're back. Apologize for any issues with the stream or anything like that. So they're rolling up some stuff.
Takes 1 damage.
So it looks like we're shooting away with the Dark Angels right now. I think some stuff's getting wounded, some damage taken. So score 1 for some Dark Angels, I think.
Warlord trait came through.
Oh no, the Warlord trait saving his saving some damage from there.
Saving some damage from that
Plasma, I think.
From that plasma.
Multi-Melta did not move, he just turned around.
So what we're looking at on the screen here is I believe that the Dark Angels are trying to take out that Dread Knight, trying to take out some of those Terminators and whittle things down.
All right, so Plasma Pistol.
That's the way I have to.
I know, that's what I'm planning on doing. There's a hit and nothing.
So anybody watching, feel free to jump in on the chat. What's your best unit to take out a Dread Knight?
Against my Terminators?
Yep.
Okay, so I just have to use my 5 up.
Okay.
Myself from the Chaos side, I really like bogging him down with something that has some AP in close combat. Being a Slaneshi player, if you can grind a unit of 20 Demonettes at them, they just really can bring the pain. They're fragile, but they get across the board real quick, especially if not Demonettes, bring in some Seekers. Seekers are just great for taking out big units like that. So fast to get across the board. And the ability to advance and charge in the same turn, they get some ridiculous range.
I'll 3 of them wound. No AP.
Alright, so just choose. Roll 1s. That guy's dead.
Alright.
Looks like G just lost the Terminator. Or Paladin, rather.
Now he is going to shoot. I'm going to shoot that Razorback.
2 dudes are in the cover,
Okay.
2 are...
Oh,
I meant. Oh, okay, that's one. Alright, yeah.
Well, there's 1.
So -1, so 4 plus.
Hitting on a 2.
6. Okay.
Of course. Goes. Alright, and then last cannon into your Razorback.
So we've got a las cannon coming at the Razorback.
9, tough 7. So 3.
4 rifle shots.
I know.
Rolled 1s to wound
I know.
so much.
Rolled so many
That's
ones.
unbelievable.
It's driving me nuts.
I'm your opponent is driving me nuts.
Alright.
That's how it goes sometimes. Alright, the heavy plasma cannon's going to shoot you too.
On a roll of 6, it gets -1 on
3 shots.
Okay.
3.
Supercharge?
Nope. Good.
Oh.
Good thing.
Want to give a shout out to Final Contra for giving us the heads up there. Thanks for letting us know.
-3.
Thanks for watching
Oh,
today.
so I need 6? Or, yep.
Okay. For the captain. I forgot. Okay.
Takes 1 damage.
I gotcha. So you're
Down
saying
to
for
9. I'm going
next-
to count down. So down to 9.
So just 1 wound.
Alright, my Dreadnought is going to charge your Terminators. So you get to...
So we've got a Dreadnought coming at the Paladins in the lower bottom of the screen. Just off screen here on the lower left-hand side, G's got a whole unit of Paladins that just dropped in this round.
And that's going to be it for me. Alright. Wholly uneventful ones.
All right, I'm back. What'd I miss?
Looks like we've got Dreadnought rolling into some Paladins. We were able to see the Dark Angels take out one of the Paladins, so soften up the unit a little bit.
Ooh, all right.
Alright.
He has a 6.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, no AP.
Alright, dude. Charge away.
We got...
I think you can fail.
We had 3 inches. And so I rolled double 1s, but you know how I've been rolling tonight.
Come on. There's no way.
Alright.
Alright.
Raw.
Here we go.
All right, here comes some Dreadnought pain.
So...
Do you know how much the Dreadnought Fist does? Is it D6 damage per, or is it D3?
It's D3, I believe, straight up, yeah.
With those 3 wounds, that's tough. You're going to take some...
Or that's a hit, sorry.
That's 1-3. That way that camera.
The nice thing, though, is because they're doubling the Dreadnought's 6 strength,
5.
pretty much everything's getting wounded on a 2-0.
Just about, except
until you
when
get
do
into
vehicles.
vehicles.
Yeah.
That'll kill 2 guys.
Yep.
Pretty much on top of
So 2 guys smoked, it looks like, from the Paladin unit. Now, I don't know if that's going to be enough, though, because you're still looking at... Well, I mean, you're still winning on 5s with the Paladins, but you're looking at D3 wounds on that. So that Dreadnought could go down quick, because you only got 8 wounds.
Yeah, but
No variable profile, though, which that's good.
no variable profile. That's a good thing to see. The other thing is that he's got going
Choose
for
for the
him
blue.
is G doesn't run a lot of power fists. So he-
Yeah, but they only have hammers for Grey Knights.
Strength
Yeah.
5. What's
Oh, you're right.
They
They
don't have
only have hammers, so they're not going to have the ability to lay the multiple wounds down.
Wow.
That's
So
some hot dice.
You got
negative
3.
2. Okay, 3 damage. So
5 up.
So there we go, 5 up.
Made none of them.
Didn't pass him.
D3.
Okay.
3 each.
Ooh.
5.
5 total.
5s. He got lucky there. If he rolled trip 3 5 pluses, that would have been a gone Dreadnought. Oh, if it's venerable, I think he has the 6 up. Ignore, yeah. So it's a venerable Dreadnought.
Nice.
So he can ignore some damage if he rolls 6s on a venerable
Very
Dreadnought.
nice, very nice.
So, It's almost like an auto take because at least when you play power, because a regular Dreadnought's 7, but Venerable is 8, but you get the buff to ballistic and weapon skill to 2+, and you also get the reroll, the 6 feel no pain. Basically, it's almost a no-brainer.
Yeah, it's.
I don't know how the points work out, but the power level for sure, it's a no-brainer.
It's the same kind of thing on the Chaos side with the Demon Prince running it with wings or not. If you're gonna only pay one power more for it, why not make it?
Yeah.
I don't know if you
Same type concept we got going on here.
Oh. But yeah, I'm curious to see how much the power point level difference is between the Venerable and regular, because it should be pretty expensive because the Venerable is much hardier as well as much more effective.
For Deeds of Legend,
really,
scored D3.
it looks like Deeds of Legends came through.
Oh yeah, I got a D3 going. Looks like you got 3 points, I think.
All right, I'm gonna go head out there, see what the guys are doing, see where we're at.
We're doing good.
Yeah, that is 2 done. Oh, I'll put them over here right now. Okay, that's it for you, sir?
Yep.
No morale or anything like that?
No.
These guys
lost
one, yeah.
All right, guys. So looks like we had some heavy hitting there. We got a Dreadnought rolling into some Paladins. We got Dread Knight dropping into the table for the first time.
Yep.
And you lost the Warlord.
Yep.
Okay, so...
oh, I need that. I need to score that point, too.
You already did.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay.
all
You
right.
got the 2 with that, and then you got Warlord and First Blood.
Okay,
First
so
Blood
Warlord, First Blood, and how many points are you sitting at now, G?
7.
7 points.
Yeah.
Andrew, it's a rough haul. So, looks like we do have some Dark Angel units left that are going to be coming in via Deep Strike, though. So we do have some hope coming in, and let's aim for the table. See what we can do. Get it going here. All right, G's dice just can't stay hot forever. I mean, it's at this point the reputation
it's
is
not even
crazy.
that. It's not even that. But he's rolled a lot of ones, like an unbelievable. Like all his 2, like he's hitting, but his 2 wounds are just ones. Like I can't. Yeah.
It's
nuts,
the G
nuts.
effect, I'll tell you. I don't know.
Might be a Dark Angels thing.
Could be a Dark Angels thing.
I did the same thing earlier.
Yeah, we just had another Dark Angels game that it's starting to feel eerily similar. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Have fun, guys.
All right. Turn 3 already.
Yep.
Oh my god. Go
We're
fast.
flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Your objective.
maybe it's
6.
not just me being the rolling everybody's ones for him.
So you got that.
Are you saying that the Dark Angels might be cursed? This is the Emperor's hand reaching out across the galaxy.
Hey man, regardless of what I roll, Dark Angels are always my thing. They're awesome.
I can half accept them. You know, it's all good. There are a couple good Dark Angels that I know.
That's right.
That Cypher guy's okay. I hear good things.
Dope model though.
Oh, fantastic.
So good.
He's so good it almost made me buy an Imperium kit. I got hives though thinking about it. It just isn't.
Have you ever owned Space Marines in your life?
Not a single one. Not ever.
Wow, that's impressive because I feel like just about every person I've met in this game, regardless of what faction they play currently, at some point in time in this game they have owned a Space Marine army.
I almost played Space Wolves at the end of 5th. I really liked that 6 long fang action that was going on. But then Grey Knights came out and really kind of ruined everybody's fun, and I'm like,
Kind of like what G does, he ruins every.
that's exactly right. I think, like I said, G is bringing 5th edition back. I'm telling you. No,
One smite at a time.
one smite at a time. Every smite matters, people.
That's right.
All smite matters. So no, yeah. When I came over into 40K, I came from Blood Bowl, and I was a Chaos player in Blood Bowl, and I really fell in love with the models. I had Karn really early, even though I was leaning towards the Slaaneshi side of things. Actually, I started out with Word Bearers.
I thought it was 3.
And,
They're just demon summoners, like demon
Yeah.
creatures, basically.
and there really wasn't that much to them in 5th edition. But
There really hasn't been much for them for 6th and 7th edition either.
okay, yeah, I can go with that. But
Maybe some formations at the end of 7th.
what I really then I started reading the Horus Heresy books, and I just couldn't stay on that. As much as I do love Chaos, you know,
So they get a +1 to wound.
word bearers are kind of dicks. I gotta put it out there.
I don't know too much about the word bearers, so
you know, it's just the whole, you know, it didn't sit right with me. You know, with the way that they kind of were just the whisperers and never really doing any of the main fighting.
Okay, I can get behind that. Yeah, when you put it that way, it doesn't seem very.
Yeah, it just wasn't. It wasn't anything that I fell in love with, and then. I really fell in love with the fight where Lucius came down and he was fighting against, I believe it was the Lear, some alien spider things that aren't in the game.
Sure.
And he was going dual swords against these giant 15-foot spiders. And
oh my gosh.
Just craziness. Like, man, I got to get behind that.
I'm all in.
So then I started painting Marines pink, and I've been, you know, been a loyal Chaos Slaneshi worshiper ever since. It's Noise Marines are the new hotness, I gotta say.
Yeah, they are good. Just to cut in, it looks like Jeet's hitting on those. It looks like, I think it's just a tactical squad right there that he's shooting at that line of guys.
Yeah, that is just Tac Squad.
So it looks like he's going to be hitting those guys up right now. Because one guy just got removed.
Something's going on.
Nah, got it. 5.
All right. Rules of the game, I don't know if you guys know. If you can't hit the table, you can't hit a shot. Sorry.
Okay, so
Gatling into the lieutenant.
So something shooting into a lieutenant.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's the Gatling side cannon.
Yeah, it is the Gatling side cannon. He's got that lieutenant exposed at the back end of that Tac Squad, I believe.
Rerolls 1s.
Can he still shoot? Is it the closest unit now?
I believe that it is. If we're looking, if I'm assuming the model that is the lieutenant that I think it is, it's at the leading edge on the right-hand side of that TAC unit.
That line, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that might be him.
Right. Wow. There's a classic G dice roll right there.
Yeah.
6s, 5s, and 6s for days.
You know, the nice thing about G's dice is he takes them home. He doesn't have to cook his TV dinner. He just sets them right on the dice. Heats right up.
Failed 2 of them, so he's dead.
That's right.
Alright, at least you're not rerolling 1s now.
So it looks like he took out the lieutenant.
Man, that's rough.
Yeah, see, I don't. Is he?
Okay, no, he was the closest unit.
To where?
He was the closest unit that wasn't in combat. If you remember, there are.
Well, what's up with that TAC squad? I thought that TAC squad was closer than that guy.
We may have to get the measurement out. I think it was fairly close. But
okay, fair enough.
As long as the Dark Angel player is not calling it out, I think
that's true.
We'll let it roll.
Plasma gun.
Looks like he's trying to charge now.
We know you are the people's hero, Jeff.
Oh, there it is.
You have to let them nerd rage for themselves.
That's a wound.
-3. Yeah, 5.
-3. 4 up and
So I've
down.
got a
You got a 5 up, right?
4 up.
4 up.
For that one.
Here it goes. No!
Oh!
1 damage.
Just 1 damage, though. That's nothing to a Dread Knight.
Well, you know.
Gotta take the little wins.
I like to get excited.
Yeah.
So he will have 1 on him. Alright.
Death by a million
first
bolter
wound
shots.
lost?
It is the first wound
Oh,
lost.
man, that's gonna be a long day for the Dark Angels.
It's tough with... luckily, the Hellblasters are going to get a shot, because I think the Dread Knight's going to clean him up.
Oh, it's no problem for the Dread Knight.
He has a 5 attack.
Oh, it's over. Hitting on 2s.
And hits on 2 since it's the Great Sword.
Yep. And he's probably going to reroll 1s as well.
Rerolling 1.
Yep. This is money.
Okay. And it is strength 10.
So 2.
So 2.
Yeah, we'll see.
5.
She gets a little too happy every time things start dying.
You could argue it's almost chaotic.
It is. I keep telling him. You know, he likes shiny things.
Yeah.
You know, he loves the ladies. I keep telling him.
Still
He's
part
a
of the
Slaneshi
unit.
player.
You can give him one of the wounds if you want to.
Oh, it's not going to matter.
And if I can sell
That's right. He's not a purist like a Grey Knight would be.
No. There's no abstaining for G. It is all about
No abstaining. And he's just going to pile right in, man.
That's rough.
That whole side is getting eaten up by... I guess he did have a Paladin unit, so it was kind of off-screen, but he had a Paladin unit over there. But still, it's mainly getting eaten up by that Dread Knight there.
Right. And the Paladin unit is where Grey Knights really shine is the fact that they have those 3 wounds.
Oh, yeah.
No matter what you're sending into it, it's going to take them at least 2 rounds. Unless you're talking something like a Dread Knight level, Wraith
versus,
Knight.
yeah. Well, I mean, you think about it, when I played against him, it took me... I mean, luckily I had my character there to take down a good portion of him, so it only took me 2 rounds from him. But that one unit, I never killed it. It was there for 3 rounds, never killed it.
Yeah, I've even seen as much as 20 orcs go up against his unit of 5-man paladin.
Oh, I mean, you're looking at 2-up saves. Yeah, you're gonna take. I mean, even with the volume of attacks, it's still gonna take some time.
All right, morale. We needed that.
It's time.
Now you can just kill him. Yeah.
I'll get it. I'll hit.
Yep.
Okay.
So I think this is the Dread
Knight coming against the Paladins.
All
wound. It's going to be -2 on the saves. -3 on the saves.
5.
So 5 ups.
Probably should have, but
Whew.
How much damage?
3 each.
3
Oh, it's
each.
3 each
That's
flat.
what it is.
3
That's what it is with the
flat.
red flat. Yeah.
So yeah, you're
No
looking at
D3,
some.
3
You're looking
each.
at some dead Paladins there. So I think that's the rest of that
That's
Paladin
the unit.
squad.
And the Dreadnought wants to take swing at his big brother.
We'll see how that goes. But if he can take out this Dread Knight, I think the Hellblasters are still alive right now. I think they're to the right of that Dread Knight, right?
They are, but they're within an inch from what it looks like.
That's okay if he can keep. Well, no, he can pick his targets.
Line.
That's tough. Because if he can come out of this alive, like trading a Dreadnought to keep those Hellblasters alive, he may have a shot. But he's down. What's the score? 7-0.
7-0. Yeah, he's really at the point that he needs the table. So I believe.
Which G hasn't launched. I mean, he lost that one unit of Paladins. But
Yeah, you're
you still got a Dread Knight in your face. If G comes out of this with a Dread Knight, even if he only has 1 wound left, and he takes out that whole side over there, I don't know if he's going to be able to come back from that.
That's a win.
+3 victory points if you control every objective marker on the battlefield at the end of your turn.
That's rough. He doesn't have the mobility to get it, unfortunately. If he can get there, he has a shot, but he has no mobility. I mean, you're thinking about that. They got the Razorbacks back there. This is actually an interesting play by G, because I normally don't see him sit back. He's literally sitting back and letting his Dread Knight do everything.
And it's one of those units where, unless you're playing, if you're playing the anti with an elite army like this, if you're playing the anti-deep strike deployment, you're really stringing out your units rather than consolidating to a heavy fire base. You leave yourself open.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with that. Yeah. And yeah, that's true. And I think what he did here, at least from the Dark Angel side, is he had little pockets of units, and it's like now all G has to do is just divide and conquer, and it's over.
Right.
And you think about Primaris again, it's slow. So if you hit the right spot, like look where he is right now, he's on one side of the table, his stuff's not going to be able to get over there.
Right.
His other Primaris stuff, or at least it's not going to be anytime soon.
And the unit in the back there is just a regular tack squad with a las cannon. So while the las cannon can do some work against the backfield,
you better not miss, and you better
you're going to need to roll hot on those D6s.
And you're going to need him to fail his invulns, because everything in maybe power armor stuff in the Grey Knight's Codex has got invulns.
All right.
Yeah. Invul saves on the Rhinos too?
All right.
Okay, I was going to say. That's really where he's got to hope, because if you can blow up a Rhino while those Inquisitors or while those Purifiers are still inside, then we're looking at the chance to maybe have a couple of them die.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's your best bet right there.
36 divided by 2 is going to be 18.
Calling in some air support.
Then 12.
All right, so let's see what we've got going on.
Air support.
Looks like we've got a couple intercessor units coming in.
Or Inceptors. Oh, so he does have some. So
there's
he's
some
not,
deep strike left.
He's not totally out of the fight, because he's got some speed with them. Now, I'm not sure if I agree with dumping them here right by the Dread Knight, considering the Dread Knight's only lost, what, 1 wound so far?
1 wound.
I don't know if it's worth it at this point. Unless, if they're the Plasma Inceptors. Do you know if they're the Plasma Inceptors?
Not sure on that.
4 hits. 9 threes.
If he didn't fall back, I think we're in trouble here.
All but one wound. I'm going to re-roll that.
Did he lose the Dreadnought too?
Yeah, it looks like the Dreadnought is off the table. I'm not quite sure what happened there.
That's weird.
Nope.
Because I thought the Dreadnought already attacked and he already consolidated.
I'm wondering that as well. You know what I wonder happened? The Dreadnought did have plasma.
Oh, did he remove it? Or did he take a mortal wound? Was that his last one?
Could be.
Well, he wouldn't. How would he have been able to shoot though if he was already?
Yeah, you're right. We're still in the movement phase. I'll tell you what. Let me poke my head out the window and find out what happened.
All right, do it.
Oh, I forgot psychic.
Dreadnought just fell back.
Yeah.
Just fell back. Yeah.
Oh, the Dreadnought fell back. Okay. All right, so there we go. Now I'm on board. That makes sense. All right.
Okay.
Now I understand why everybody's dropping in. All right, that's good.
18 shots from the Inceptors.
Oh, it's the heavy. It's the assault bolters. So
The nail
it's not
guns.
the nail guns. They look pretty dope.
Yeah, I gotta say.
But I don't know if this is going to be the right one against, because you're still wounded on 5s, and it's only AP -1. You're getting 3-up saves. I don't know if this is going to be able to do it. Now, we're really hoping out for the Hellblasters to do the work.
I think we had a moment of silence. You got me to say something nice about an Imperial unit.
I know. I was really surprised there.
Yeah.
So we got 6 wounds at AP -1, so 6 3-up saves for Mr. Dreadnought.
So I need 3s.
And she's probably going to knock all these down, no problem.
Oh, no, I'm seeing 2s.
Whoa!
A lot of 2s.
4 fails. That might knock him down. No, he's still he's not half dead yet.
Not
so
half dead.
He's doing okay.
No 6-ups.
Wow, 4 wounds. That's impressive. Now, if you can supercharge these, is there a captain nearby to reroll
No,
ones?
Captain's dead.
Oh man, if you had those reroll ones, like I'd supercharge in a second, you have a legitimate shot. Because if he can take this guy out here, all is not lost. I mean, it's still slim that it's. He hasn't much table coverage right now. He's got a lot of slow units, but still, if he can take this out scot-free, when I say scot-free, I mean keeping the Dreadnought and the Hellblasters off this.
And D6.
D6, so we do have I think that's the las cannon shot that came over there.
I think so. If he can get a good roll here, he might want to expend. This would be his point to expend. Oh no! Can he expend a command point to?
6 damage.
Is there?
Is that a 6?
That is a 1.
That is a 1.
You can use a command point to reroll.
You got a command point.
Oh, he already rerolled it.
So he'll take 1.
Takes 1.
Wow, that's unfortunate. You do hate to see that.
I'll tell you what. Andrew might be taking your title for his Master of Lord of the Ones.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like he does it like one die off. Like I'll do it like on multiple dice though.
I don't know. That first round of shooting, I think he had 10 ones.
3 shots. Hitting on 2s.
I don't know who's shooting. Is it the plasma cannon
So 1 wound.
Dreadnought up there in the middle?
Yeah, I believe so. Another failed save.
And not everybody's cool with that.
Once again, can't hit the table.
Woo!
Telling you.
Takes another wound. How many's he got left? Do you know how many he's got left?
I believe he's still
down to
sitting,
6.
I believe he's still sitting on 6.
Well, are these 2 dice?
Actually, there's 2 dice, so 7. Yeah.
Probably like 7.
Heavy plasma cannon.
Heavy plasma cannon coming in.
3 shots.
Ooh, 3 shots.
Didn't move, so it is hitting on 3s. We got 2 hits.
And
3s again.
2 wound.
This is big.
3. Minus 3.
So 4 up and down. Ooh!
Can he roll something other than a 1?
And then here should be the 6-up saves. Fails them both. 2 more. Wow.
So he's got 12 wounds. Oh, he's got 10 on him, sorry.
10 wounds on him.
So he's down to 2 wounds left?
That's what I think I just heard.
That is it for my shooting.
So it looks like the Hellblaster's already fired.
Got some charges to declare.
A lot.
Alright, your Dreadnought can't because he fell back.
Yeah.
Your Hellblasters can, but why would you?
Yeah.
So you're dudes
Thinking
flying.
about it. Thinking about it.
Last cannon in the red, last cannon in the blue. 3's hit, reroll 1s.
They aren't very strong in close combat.
Who's that? The
Sectors.
I think they're pretty good in close. I'm not sure.
They're
I've
not
never used them,
too. They're only strength 4. But if I get within an inch of you, every 6 I roll, you get
and during the charge phase, you get a mortal wound.
Yeah.
You have to roll a 6 after you successfully charge.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's trying to sneak some mortal wounds in here with the Inceptors on the meteoric. Is it meteoric descent? I think is the special.
Flamer, yeah, it's something along those lines.
3 hits.
5.
So here's Overwatch from the Dread Knight.
-2.
Alright. 1 dies.
It's 2 damage each.
Oh, it's 2 damage each.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like he's losing some stuff on the charge. This is no bueno.
Make 1 and fail 1.
Yeah, no, I failed
Both. So 2 dead.
Okay.
So that's 2 Inceptors out of the unit of 3. This is rough. And there comes the Gatling Silencer for an Overwatch. So
Looks like he's hitting 2 of them.
And looks like
yeah, just 2. See if we can bring anything else.
so that's 2 wounds. If he doesn't, if he
Just 1.
oh, just 1.
Right.
Oh, they toughness 5. That's right. I
Yeah.
think.
AP on that? 0.
Oh, so he's good. Whew, that was D3 wounds if he failed that.
Yeah.
That's 8-inch charge.
So he's there.
You got it.
So he isn't there. Now he needs that 6. If he gets a 6, that's a free mortal wound. Here it comes.
Oh.
Oh.
1, 2. Okay, so.
So nothing on that. So he's just going to do regular combat. This is going to be tough. You're looking at
That's a big ask for one souped up Space Marine to take out a Dread Knight.
3 attacks. You got 2. Oh, just 1 hit.
Just 1 hit.
That's
it ain't
tough.
happening today.
Great sword.
It was worth it to
He's
try for that
degraded, though.
crushing charge. Oh, yeah.
So he only gets 3 attacks.
Okay.
So we're down to 3 attacks.
But he doesn't suffer any minuses to his hitting.
1.
So yeah, this is money in the bank.
Okay.
And we'll see
Double
Mr. Inceptor. Yeah.
Alright, -3 each.
So you're looking at a 6 upside. Yeah. We'll see you, bud.
Rough duty.
Okay.
I don't know if I would have charged. I don't know.
You know, with the chance at the meteoric descent, at this point,
Yes,
I was
but
wondering like, where they go, but
Yeah, they're right.
at this point,
I guess maybe to say, but you lost another unit though.
yeah, it's rough. And more importantly,
Like
you
at this
lost-
point, you need to
lost
keep
a
units, and that's
mobile unit.
right, a mobile unit. You don't have any speed right now, so that would be my problem with it. Is you're giving up speed for nothing.
You know, I think it comes down to every now and again. I've had these games too where you start to feel like everything's not going your way,
Yeah.
and you're really just
frustrating.
throwing everything against the wall trying to make something stick. And you know, I've played in tournaments where it's gone that way. I can remember back in 6th edition, I was playing in a tournament and pulled up against a Screamer Star army.
Ugh.
And I shot 1,850 points into that unit and didn't do a wound.
That's terrible.
let's do a quick recap.
And to make it even more fun, it was the relic.
5 already?
Oh.
Turn 1, the Screamer Star had the relic, and I spent the rest of the game firing my whole army. Now, he only ended up killing 4 models in my army,
That's all you need. Yeah.
but I really couldn't do anything to match.
So I think they're ready for the round recap.
All right, coming on out, guys. All right, Andrew, those dice, man, just not going your way today. So it looks like Dread Knight's doing work, like the Dread Knight likes to do. At this point, we're sitting still at 7-2,
8-2.
8-2. Picked up another point.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah, I got the hold on.
hold the line. So at this point, really. Are you gonna? Do you feel like you're gonna be able to threaten downfield and maybe take out some of that backfield and make it competitive still, or are you really starting to feel the pressure?
Starting to feel it, but I'm going to kill that Dread Knight.
Hey, you know what? Pyrrhic victories are the best kind of victories, man. If I believe it was Ace Ventura that said. Oh no, it wasn't. It wasn't Ace Ventura. It was in the mask. Let's hope you enjoy this victory with one friggin' eye, G. Have fun.
Alright, so I get to draw 2 cards.
Yep.
You have objectives.
Alright, so we're back. Sorry, I didn't mean to skirt over your story of shame.
Yeah,
and
no,
pain, shame and pain. And
it was rough.
I feel for you, buddy.
It was rough, I tell you. You know, the worst part was I was like 2 hours from home, so it wasn't like I was going to be able to finish the night with a good drink.
Oh man. So anyway, so we're down. So Dark Angel's down 8-2 right now.
8-2.
This is rough. This is turn 3 now or turn 4?
Turn. This is. We're going into turn 4. Yeah.
I think you've been out there 3 times now.
Yeah, that would be turn 3 that I just resolved. So, any units on the bright side? I think I saw on the other side of the table. Gene forgot to deploy a unit of those paladins.
Oh, it might be turn 3 then right now because if he's putting them in. Why don't you go ask real quick? I'm curious.
Hey, G, what turn is it?
4.
Those paladins are dead.
No, we said turn 4.
What?
You only get to turn 3 to deploy them.
I asked Andrew and he said turn 4. So
beginning of turn 4, they have to come in, or otherwise they're dead.
We've got Jeff checking the rules on this one, guys.
If I'm wrong, I'll just give it to you because still a little rusty on the
Too far, Jeff. There's no going back now.
well, I asked just to make sure.
Yeah, I know it's in here. Match play. Where's the advanced? Does not arrive by the end of the 3rd battle round. Counts
So,
can have been destroyed. But I guess since they talked about it, it's okay.
We're going to leave it for the sake of the stream, but anybody keeping score at
I
home?
said turn 3. I said 4, so we just agreed to 4. So
But in the rule book,
it is 3.
sure.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. You can keep it on the table.
Yeah. We're not going to be those guys. Or should we?
I think we should.
Just to make this game a little more interesting. Right?
Yeah, actually, I think maybe we need to do that.
Just to make
Maybe a heroic intervention on behalf of Andrew.
This is the people's hero. I mean,
You know what? I think you need to get out there, Jeff, and strike a blow for the people here. So we're going to send Jeff out to the table. Have him yank those models off the table for G.
Add another die.
To add another die.
The people's hero coming in hot.
No, we already agreed to it. So.
We're calling in the people's hero here. People's hero has been denied. G rolled another 6. It was incredible.
Commentators don't get to. I don't know if Marv Albert ever run under the. Oh my gosh!
Hey man, this is the wide world of 40K. There's
The grimdark future of 40K. There is no Marv Albert.
That's right. No Marv Albert.
No, you have more than.
Yes.
Nothing but Bob Costas up in this joint.
Man.
Alright.
I'll tell you what, guys. So what we're looking at here is, I have to applaud Andrew because what he's decided to go for. He's pretty much focused that he's lost the game. So this is another thing that I like to point out to people who are in those rough situations. When you're in a bad game like this, rather than call it a total loss, pick something that you want to do before the game's over. Andrew said that Dread Knight is gonna die. So that's really what's going to go on, and if he can pull that off, then
He wins in his book. That's great.
yeah, it's a good way to look at the game. You still have fun. Even if you lose the game, you pulled off what you were planning to do, and it's really something that I encourage on a tabletop. It's a great view. Well done, Andrew.
Yeah, it's a great perspective. It's a great viewpoint to have. So totally, because like this game, it's based on dice roll, so it can just totally be not in your favor. It can be totally frustrating. So if you can find something, a little way just for yourself to win, like feel good about yourself and just have fun with it, that's exactly what you need to do. Like it's great.
Yeah, having played Chaos in 6th and 7th edition, I was doing a lot of that. All right, guys. So taking a look at this.
Alright, I'm going to.
So I think we're in the psychic phase now.
Side Gatling my heavy flamer.
No, shooting.
So heavy flamer, huh?
You gotta make sure he's dead, right?
Yeah, that's the only way to score that point. So,
Alright.
6 hits.
There's that classic G6 right on time.
Against
Flying high like a G6.
G6, that should be his
That's right. It might be TCB.
Look at that. There's 3 6s right there.
It's remarkable.
Ooh, he makes it.
Oh, there we go.
Sticking it to him.
That's right. That's right. Putting it down.
Commentators have taken a clear rooting interest.
That's
here.
true.
I'm,
Hey, I'm a Dark Angels guy, you know.
And
plus, I got beat by G multiple times, so you know I like to see some interesting action.
Yeah, I just really want to see some dead Grey Knights. That's all I'm looking for. Not so much pro Dark Angels as I am rabidly anti Grey Knights.
No. I'm shooting the guy.
You know, I think what we need to do is we need to get some Xenos on the stream. Jeff, how about you bring your Tau next week?
Oh, absolutely. Love to. For the greater good, man.
Greater good.
That's right.
0, so just whatever you're
Okay, so 1 wound at -4, and 2 wounds at -1.
All right. That is another unit gone, I believe.
6 on the Melta.
So roll the damage.
I ain't wasting it.
Alright, he is dead. Yay.
Wow.
Alright.
And there it goes.
So
that whole. I mean, what's left of? What's that one little unit next to the Grey Knight? What is that?
I believe that's what's left of the Hellblaster squad. There's only one guy.
Paladins.
So is he outside of an inch, so that they can still shoot and all that stuff?
Yeah, just outside.
Whoa, that looked like a Jeff roll right there, a TCG Jeff roll. 3 1s on 4 dice.
I gotta love it.
2, 3, 4.
I'm just gonna shoot one more.
TCD Jeff, never tell him the odds.
I'll tell you, man, the odds are I'm getting 1s.
It's like the opposite of the Hunger Games, where the odds never be in your favor.
The odds aren't in my favor.
Actually, I did want this.
It's not even, may or possibly. It's just not.
You know, I told you when we were out drinking, you shouldn't say that bad stuff about that gypsy lady. You know, she was giving you the eye, and sometimes you just gotta roll with it.
Gypsy lady? What are you talking about, man? I am not.
Curse dice! I'm gonna get him in trouble. I'm getting him in trouble. I'm making it up.
What you're talking about? Gypsy lady.
It's early enough that we could have been drinking. I make stuff up.
Labor Day.
It's Labor Day. Gotta make something.
Could have been day boozy.
Yeah. It's all good. How we do?
How we do. Right. Well, I would say we day booze, but whatever. I'm always open to a beverage in the 40K realm.
It's a holiday day booze. That's socially acceptable.
Socially, you're right. You're right.
We can day booze on Labor Day.
That's right. You can day booze when you're playing 40K. You can booze when you're playing 40K.
That's right. You know, I think that's a time-honored tradition.
Probably makes me a better player.
You know, I don't. There is a version of 40K that they play with shots and beers for the objectives, and when you can claim the objective, your opponent has to down whatever the objective is.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, that's some.
I didn't know there was 40K drinking.
I believe it is called Beer Hammer.
Beer Hammer. I like this.
Yeah, I believe there's even a tournament at LVO.
Oh man!
Yeah.
All right, we might have to get in on this.
I think we can do a Beer Hammer battle report.
Done.
Scotch Hammer maybe.
Oh my
Even
gosh!
better.
Turn 3.
Jeff doesn't have quite the winter weight that G and I do.
I do not know.
So that's my entire take.
Plus, I'm not the biggest hard liquor guy. Like, I like me some rum, but I'm usually good for a couple beers, but that's about it.
Hey, Lady Jackie 8. Thank you so much for giving us that follow.
Woo! Yeah, shout it out. Love it.
Explosive kills my warlord because of not paying attention. 6.
We all know, you know. I believe Lady Jackie has the Chaos Army that we have coming up in a couple
we
weeks
do?
as well.
All right, great.
Coming up on stream.
Chaos for you, because we got outside of you. Well, I guess there's going to be a decent amount of Death Guard players these days with the new releases and stuff. I was going to say, when I was playing in 7th edition, even in 6th edition, there was very few Chaos players that at least I ran into.
It was a long, dark tea time of the soul, Jeff.
But I will say that Chaos probably has one of the most loyal fan bases, though. I will go with that. If you play Chaos through 5th and 6th or whatever, like, you're loyal to it and they stick to it. Like, it's almost like a badge of honor to be like, I played Chaos through it all.
That's right.
Through and through.
That's
Chaos
right.
player. So I respect it. I respect it.
You know, the models are just so good, even with the older sculpts.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And now that we're finally getting some of the new GW talent turned a little Chaos.
Death Guard models. I know we talked about it earlier. So nice.
So nice. And it's and everything too. Those no fetid bloat drones.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll tell you though, I really hope they bring back the Defiler. That's probably one of my favorite units in the 40K universe, just in general. Like I really like the sculpt, the model, and I just really like it. Just this crab walking machine of death.
As an owner of 2 Defilers, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
that was my 5th edition hotness.
That's right. So yeah, I do. I haven't faced one yet, I don't think, in 8th edition. So
power level, they're okay to play. Points, they're still a little pricey, but it all depends on what army you're playing them with. If you're running Defilers in a Khorne army and they're a secondary threat to the Berserkers, they can do some damage.
Really? Okay. Yeah. So as long as they're not they're probably not that sturdy.
It's not so much that they're not sturdy. It's just chaos with anything is the fact that you have to have layered threats. Yeah. So if you're not bringing that to the table, they don't have much in the way of. There are 7 toughness, just like a regular vehicle.
They got 13 wounds though, right?
They 13 wounds and the 5 up involved.
Yeah.
So, but with everybody and their brother bringing Hellblasters to the table, it's just rough duty sometimes.
Yeah, that's rough for sure. Well, honestly, that and with the Hellblasters, and like when you got the Raven Guard chapter attacks and stuff like that, and you're dropping Hellblasters right on your front lines, it's tough. Yeah, it's tough out there. That AP -4 goes a long way.
Yeah, it does.
Oh yeah.
So it looks like what we got. So.
And last but not least, Smite.
So wait, he does have
6.
So it looks like he has a librarian over there.
Yeah, it looks like a librarian just showed up.
Got some smite.
I can deny 1, but paladins can deny.
Are they within?
Yeah,
I just went 24, right? Yep.
24 inches coming from that side. Yep. All right.
+1.
Yep.
Denied.
All right.
Wow, that's a shame.
11.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
All right. Well, last cannon's gonna shoot him.
All right, dude. Warlord down.
3 up.
Got any command points left?
I'm spending that last one because why not?
Nice. There it is.
Good use of command point.
Yeah, it was great use of command point.
Oh, it was a 1.
All right.
Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame.
I think I may have jinxed him. I'm gonna take the blame for
that. It's 2 hits. 1 wound. Heavy plasma. -3.
So 4 up.
Saves it.
Oh, it's a 6. It looks like a 3.
Yeah, no, yeah, with that ankle logo. Really wish they would have kept that straight on that dice.
3 shots.
Here we go.
They all hit.
Oh boy.
Strength 8.
Needs 3s. Nice, all wounds.
2 damage each.
3 4-ups.
Use my 4 up.
Ooh, goes through.
That's 4 damage.
6 ups. They're 4, so you get 4 of them. 2 damage each.
I'm gonna use a command point for the 1.
G's using a command point to.
Okay.
You got it.
Good choice.
So just 1.
So now 1 fails.
Flying high like those
So
G6s.
it's 2 damage. Those G6s,
Yeah,
man.
but you gotta do 2 because they're 2 damage each.
It's 2 damage. So yeah, 2 damage. So he's got to roll 2 6-ups.
Let's see some box cards.
He's got him. That's a 3 this time. So he takes it. Is that it?
He is dead.
He's dead.
He's dead.
Victory. Yes.
We're gonna give him the Pyrrhic victory clap.
Yeah.
Right.
Slay the Warlord.
Slay the Warlord. That's where it's at.
And
Kingslayer, big time in a D3. Hey, he could come back here if he gets the right cards.
This might do it.
that is end of my turn.
Alright. And so what else did you score?
Kingslayer, so that's D3.
D3.
So let's see what we got going on.
3. Boom.
All right, so we're looking at an 8 to 6. I'm gonna head on out there, see what we're at.
Let's do it. Round recap.
10 to 6. 10 to 6. Making a game of it. All right. So you said you promised the people one dead Dread Knight, and same turn it happens. I got to tip my cap to you there, Andrew. So what do we got left? We got one round and the possibility for more coming out at us. So let's see. We've got how many cards you got left over there? Anything you think you can achieve this turn?
If I can get rid of them, I can get hold the line.
Hold the line will be nice. G, what you got over there that you're sitting on?
I think I just have area denial, so we'll see what I draw. I'm actually, since I'm in the commanding position, if I just hide out, you know, I can actually, like, these guys haven't gotten into combat yet, so we're waiting to see. So, all right, we'll see what I draw. So it's anybody's game still, actually.
All right, you guys, we're going to have a quick round 5 going here, where we're going to get some shooting action coming at these paladins, which are right off screen right here. If you see anything along the way that you think Andrew or G should do that I should be talking to them about in the next round, hit us up in chat. Have fun, guys.
All right. All right, 2 more cards. Advance. Score 1 victory point if no unit from your army is within your deployment zone at the end of turn. Master of the Warp.
Lady Jackie 08 calling out chaos. We love to see that. Love to see the chaos fans out there.
I'm gonna stay out of this one.
That's right. That's right. Leave it to the big boys, Chef. We're gonna handle this one.
Hey, you know, I play Xenos and Imperium, so I can't really say it's, you know, all against chaos, but can't root for it either.
Okay, hey, you know.
I put some Dark Angels, so we're kind of in the middle. We kind of do some things that may not be technically Imperial ways.
Cypher's all good.
But he's not a part of the Dark Angels, though. Like, he's not, like, current Dark Angels aren't like, yeah, we like Cypher. It's like, hey, he's our greatest enemy.
Just because Drunk Uncle shows up at the family reunion, you still have to claim him.
You know, I wouldn't call Cypher drunk. He's really smart.
Okay, we'll see. Why are you turning away the good guys?
Is he good?
In my eyes, he's damn good.
But he's not.
Well, you know, he's the best there is at what he does. I'm just leaving it out there.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Same thing.
Although I don't know how I feel about this whole bringing Guilliman back business.
Gilliman, yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's cool. Like, it's adding Primarchs back to the fold because, like, they have it. This is, you know, they never had Primarchs in 40K. So, you know, like bringing back Gilliman and Magnus and all that, like, it's cool stuff. And Mortarion too, like, it's cool stuff.
No, I'm fine with the whole concept of it. I'm just saying I don't know where I stand with Cypher for, you know, throwing his hand, bringing the boy back.
Hey, you know, stuff happens.
Mistakes were made.
Wow. Some Ultramarine. Well, is it just Gilliman or is it Ultramarines?
Oh no, I hate all the Omega Bros.
Well, you know, I mean, I think there's some. I can kind of understand it because I feel like everything is Ultramarines. Like, you know, it always gets the generic paint scheme on the box and all that for like Space Marine stuff. So like, I can kind of buy into like people are sick of Ultramarines. So all right. Okay, I get it. I understand the annoyance. Like, you know, hey, you know, what about White Scars? Or what about...
Yeah, you know, it really, for me, what it came down to is we work... we survive in the world for 10,000 years, but run away from everything, and they can just, you know, stand there and... Oh, no, it says in our book that we know no fear, so we're good here. We're good here.
We're okay.
We're okay.
Okay. Psychic powers.
Yep. But anyway, so it looks like it's G's onto his psychic phase.
The infamous
so
G Smite.
Well, that's the perils!
I'm sensing a warp rift.
3. So
3 wounds. I think we're getting a little excited against G.
Might be rooting against our boy a little bit. You know, when he goes back to edit this, it might be a little. We might be have a little talk to.
G's my dog, but I got to root for the underdog in this scenario. I want to make a game out of it.
I agree. I think it's more interesting if the Dark Angels can make that comeback. And with such a strong
that +1 came in. I think he was that Smite, and you got the +1 from
I believe so.
That +1, man, that's rough. It's just adding insult to injury.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
You're getting those extra mortal wounds off of it. You're getting Smite on a 4.
It's even better when you're playing Magnus and get it on a 3.
Yeah. Do you have a Magnus model?
No, I'm working on... for those of you who haven't seen my army, I do play a lot of alternative models just because I enjoy the goofiness of the game and the fact that you get to bring some really silly stuff. And right now I'm working on a Funko Pop Balrog that is going to be my Magnus.
Okay, all right.
So yeah,
I gotta see this one roll out. So.
I don't think it's going to be tournament worthy, but here on Chainsword Diaries, if the crazier,
we'll let it slide. We'll let it slide.
I am going to be picking up. I'm way too in love with Mortarion, though.
That is a really nice sculpt they got for him. Absolutely agree.
Alright, so that at least for 1 point. I can't believe I failed 3.
Is that his turn already? Well, I know he said he was going to lie back. So I mean, and honestly, he had no incentive. He's got a 4-point lead. So unless
that's exactly what he said. You know, the fact
you got to be careful with that though, because when you sit and lie low and you let the opponent have a chance to run wild, they can get some good cards and do some damage. Like I think he may have should have potentially tried to deny some objectives, or at least try and contest some things. Maybe again, I don't know what he has, you know, gate of infinity wise and all that stuff, but I felt like maybe you should try and deny some of his stuff, like maybe deny him from drawing cards or something, just to get stuff near.
And I completely understand that. I think really what he's looking for here is...
I don't think he's going to get tabled. It's almost impossible to get too much stuff on the far end of the table.
It's not so much being tabled as it is he's denying the hold line, which it would be a key point for Andrew by keeping that unit just with their tippy toes in on the 24-inch side of that line. The Paladin's at the bottom of the screen. I think that's really where he's going. And
by should have some gates somewhere else, though. I'm not saying necessarily. I agree with the hold the line kind of stuff, but I feel like he could be able to gate something else. You know.
I think with the purifiers, he took Vortex of Doom, not Gate.
Well, I was saying, does he have Grandpa back there to?
Oh, Grandpa is sitting back there with
to slingshot him around.
I'm sure he could have fired somebody forward, a rhino or something like that.
Throwing rhinos.
Sacrificial rhino.
Only one more? Yes. Okay. -3, so on.
Yeah, I can see your paladins.
Okay, so that's 3 damage.
Just barely.
Okay, 3 damage. Alright.
Oh,
what? 2 on the primary. I believe so.
That's so close.
Okay. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
I played with some primaries lieutenants yesterday. Was surprised.
Because the weapons don't count, right?
I think in 8th they do. I'm not sure though.
Alright, well let's call it Judge and find out.
Yeah. Alright, we got a rules question.
Judge coming out. What's the question here?
Oh, I just hid, but he kind of see my weapons and stuff. As you know, so just get another part.
I thought it was if you could see any part of the model with any part of
It
their
is if
model.
you can see any part of the model with any part of the model.
Okay.
And yeah, G, you left that halberd sitting out there.
Alright.
He sees the tip of my sword.
I'm going to choose it.
All right, that's between you and God, G.
Yeah, right?
Just the tip.
Only the tip, just the tip.
Tonight's round 5 brought to you by Just the Tip.
I should say Happy Labor Day to everybody.
Yeah.
Labor Day special.
It is a Labor Day special. You know, it's one of those great days where you wake up on Monday and realize you don't have to go to work.
That's
fantastic!
Right?
And hey, let's play some 40K.
Right,
sounds like a good day, man.
Yeah.
Drop some dice and call it a day.
That's right.
Yep, I can see your one purifier. So just barely though.
Labor Day 40K, it even rhymes. It's almost like we planned that.
I think we need to get that out somehow.
I don't know.
Hashtag Labor Day 40K. Make it happen, people.
That's right.
Well, for Smite, it wouldn't count, but for Mind Worm, I can still do it. Because it doesn't expire. It's just supposed to be 18 inches. So
I think we've got Mind Worm going on.
Mind Worm.
Ooh.
Version is -1 to hit, and Mind Worm is 1 mortal wound.
Okay, I can charge that twice, so...
Here we go, so we're going to roll it up.
There is 7, so that will go.
Works. And it goes off, wow.
1 mortal wound.
And then it should affect his stat line.
Yep, and they fight last in the fight phase.
Nice.
That's nice. So now we're looking at an interesting charge. Do you, with them fighting last in the fight phase until his next turn, do you take that swing?
I don't know. So what is he going to look to charge on it?
I think he's got the librarian sitting there.
But I thought that was near the paladins over there. Or the
oh, I'm sorry. That's not the librarian. That's the dreadnought sitting there. So.
Yeah.
If Dreadnought's fighting first 2 rounds in a row,
yeah, I would take
gonna
that.
Take out 2 paladins.
I would take that for sure.
Also got a version in on it, so they're going to have a -1 to hit as well.
Ooh, but the +1 denies it. So G denied a version.
All right.
Heavy plasma.
All right, now we're on to the shooting phase.
D3.
So we got the heavy plasma cannon from that. And
Well, I see.
9,
7, right?
7,
7 and 7. So it'll be 4. All right.
7 and 7, not the beverage.
All right.
so here we go. So we're calling a charge.
Supercharge.
Oh, he's overcharging. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Alright, so that's 2, so that's good enough.
3s.
1 hit. And boom, -3.
So 5-0.
That's 6.
G6 up in here. He never fails, man. He never fails with that.
Never fails.
Need that 5 up, 6 up? I got you.
12-inch charge.
Let me just roll. Let me just roll a 6 real quick here.
So
Exactly 12.
Man,
okay, hold on.
that's the thing though too. I feel like every time I play G,
I get
I'm always
overwatched,
getting.
but only the
He's
stuff
always
that we
getting
see
those 6s
here.
when he needs them. It's like it's just so frustrating. Like, oh, I got this AP -3. There's all this stuff. Oh, invul, boom, 6, got it.
Yeah, no, I keep waiting for the dice to turn my way.
Ugh.
Only happens in Blood Bowl 40K. It's just
Only
not
knows I
not
can
there
see
yet.
him. Alright, so I'll just shoot with him only. Because you can charge something and not see it.
Yeah.
So it looks like Overwatch from G, and that looks like a wound.
Yeah.
So here comes a save. Or no, is it not?
11 or better. 11 or better.
Oh, he's looks like a no wound,
right?
and there's those double
Yeah, you
ones
were halfway there.
Yep.
shouting out PCV Jeff on double ones.
No, I believe that was a 6 and a 1.
Oh,
Looking at the side.
darn. So close.
So close. That's I believe they call that a half jump.
A half Jeff.
Okay.
So I think you got another victory point there.
Defend objective 2 is 2 turns, so I gotta
Just drew it, yeah.
Yep.
So he just drew it. Oh, so
Okay, so he's still got
he's got a chance here.
got a chance.
If
to
he can
come
hold it
back.
down, so I think G needs to start
We're
making
looking at-
some moves. Cause
We're looking at 10 to 6, so I'm going to head out.
all right, you do it up.
All right, so starting a little bit of a comeback. We're 7 to 10.
Yep. 11 is good.
11 scored one more. All right. Math is hard, people. Sorry about that. So, G, you're close to giving up. Hold the line here with.
I
you were
gave
able
it
to
up.
hold on. Gave it up.
I gave him that point, yeah.
All right, so we've got this is turn 5 coming up.
No, we're
and
done.
We're going for. Oh, you dropped it.
No, that's it.
All right, going to turn 6.
We're gonna, let's roll out to see if we go to 6.
All right, let's see what we got here. I'm going to stay out here, hold the high drama, see what we got going on for you, the people.
The person who goes first? No, it says something. Right, person who goes first.
Person who goes first gets to roll the first time.
4.
4 up and the game continues. Or 3 up and game continues the first time.
And it continues.
Okay.
All right, Andrew, you got that last-ditch chance here to make things happen. Let's see some action, boys.
Alright, I am going to secure objective 1.
Secure objective 1. I'm not sure where that's at for
Secure
G.
objective 1. G, can you point out?
You can have it.
Come get
Can
it.
you point out objective 1 for us there?
Psychic communion.
Oh, this is over.
Oh, turn out the lights.
Yeah, turn it off. It's over.
Yeah.
Score 1, but I gotta do 3. Alright, and then
So that's another point. I don't think G's got enough psychers left to be able to run the full complement to get the 3 points, because that is the tailor-made Grey Knight.
So wait, you're saying he doesn't have enough psychers to do it?
Not enough. It's not the fact that he doesn't have enough psychers. It's the fact that he doesn't have enough psychers with enough targets.
I see what you're saying. Well, he could just throw down some hammer. Most of them have hammerhand, right?
He's not running hammer hand. Remember, that's in 8th edition. They
Oh,
actually
that's
choose
right.
powers.
You have to choose. That's right.
G usually
Well, if he's
tends
got
to flow
Grandpa,
towards,
well,
Grandpa
Grandpa
could throw gate.
He could throw 3 powers though.
But who's he going to cast?
Oh, that's right.
Right, that's what it comes down to. The one thing that he could be able to do is Grandpa could gate
and then
that
do smite.
Psyker unit over to the other side, smite with that, and then G's going to have to expose the Paladins in order for them to get off.
So that's just the Paladins all by themselves over there?
That is the Paladins
just
sitting
down?
hunkering down behind that wall.
No flyers.
Is that card?
No flyers, G's redrawing that one.
I'm sure it's the same profile.
Defend objective 5.
Defend
objective 5. G, can you point out objective 5? Thank you, sir.
Where's objective 1?
I should probably honestly.
G, can you also point out objective 1 for us, please?
He's got objective 1.
So it's back in the back corner.
And defend
Okay.
objective 6.
Defend objective 6, which I think he's got that one.
So defend 5 and 6.
Man, this isn't looking good for Andrew.
No, I think that's another 2 easy points for G without even blinking.
Well, he has to have the game continue to the second round, the next round for it to do defend.
Oh, you're correct.
Unless he drew it previously. But.
Still, yeah, we've got a couple easy ones for him. But he's also getting objective 5, which is in his back corner, is it not?
I think so.
He's got Smite, and then the Sanguinary Discipline, which is Blood Boil, which is it's a little nicer than Smite because it's got 18-inch range, and it doesn't have to be the closest unit, so I can pick it. But then, so what I do is I roll 3 dice in each.
One thing that is interesting, though, for the Grey Knights is, in addition to, while they do get the buffed up Smite versus Demons, they also only have a 12-inch Smite range.
And it's only 1 damage. It's not
It is.
DC.
Right.
So,
G is going to have to get himself out there in order to pull off that Smite, which it looks like he's doing. He's exposing... Oh.
nope.
Nope. Pulls it back. Spoke too soon once again.
No takesy backsies, I thought.
I don't know. G is a big proponent of the no takesy backsies.
My thing is, if it's still the same phase, and as long as no dice have been rolled on it, I'm okay. I feel like if it goes past a phase, it's like, alright, you're done.
My thing is if it benefits me. I want to see that rule go through. If it doesn't, I'm not so much a fan.
Oh, man.
Call me crazy. No, I agree with you, Jeff. If it's as a more casual player, unless it's in a competitive environment, if it's in a competitive environment, I'm kind of lax on letting people take moves back because it's supposed to be you're supposed to be on your A game in the tournament.
I guess that's true, but again, like, as long as it's still the same phase, like if it's like movement or something, as long as it's the same phase, like I'm fine.
Valid. Movement, I never really argue. Shooting,
Well, yeah, once you start rolling, if you start rolling the dice, you're over. But like, if you're like, oh, I'm going to shoot here, but then you decide, nah, I'm going to shoot there, like, it's okay.
Right.
As long as no dice, you know what I mean? So, I don't know.
Because I think I should have got that.
calling out your shots until you start rolling dice, you really do have that. So.
Yeah, I mean, once I get my Storm Raven, I think.
How do you think you're running 6 inches?
Then I'll actually be able to.
I'm not sure what they're doing.
I think they're measuring 6 inches from the center of the table. I believe there's a mission card that has something to do with that.
Interesting.
There too, I think, but
No,
I'm
it's
not
just
familiar with that.
center. It's just center.
Let's see if I can find it.
That's too many screens. One thing. But flyers
Jeff
are
is Mr. Johnny on the spot with the rule book in hand.
I always like to be informed, you know?
synergy of actually getting your dreadnought into action. Yeah.
Yeah, there's area denial. Score 1 victory point if there are no enemy models within 6 inches of the center of the battlefield at the end of your turn. If there are no enemy models within 12 inches of the center, you get D3.
Ooh. Another one of those game changers if you can pull it off.
Absolutely, yeah. Get those D3 victory card points at the right time. You're in biz. You're in the biz. You're in business.
That's one of those that would really benefit your tower army if you're able, because realistically you can focus fire into an area and clear out some spots pretty quickly.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. You get the right, because I mean, pretty sure almost every single one of their guns is strength 5 or higher, so you're not.
And has usually around 30 range too, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Except maybe a couple are at like 18, but
yeah. But still, usually you have a fairly decent point that even if you're sitting on the back line, you can usually clear out that center pretty easy.
Yeah.
Plus, of course, yeah, that Dread Knight sitting.
And I ended the game.
Well, I guess a couple of rail guns, rail cannons and stuff, and
Rail guns are always nice.
D6 damage is where it's at. AP -4.
Here it's in fashion this fall, AP -4.
That's right.
Alright.
Is there any AP -5? I feel like there is like 1 or 2 weapons that are AP -5.
It's going to be.
I'm sure there's some crazy Necron business that you could power up to the Eldar or something.
Yeah, there's got to be something.
I don't get anything that's AP -5.
I was gonna say it's not common for sure.
Goes off. No
And G casting psychic power, not a surprise.
No, no. The sun also came up today in other news.
So yeah, actually,
I forgot about that too.
yeah. So they should be whole. So now they have him in. Now he's going to cast Hero Burst and not now. Okay.
There's an 11.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been any nicer for me.
Man.
So if is it +1 and it becomes a 12, is that make it perils?
You know,
Well, let me see.
I don't believe the modification can make you perils. I think it's an unmodified roll of 2 or 12.
I am not a psychic aficionado, so if you roll, you have to roll double 1 or double 6, so it's not
it
the
is
value,
specified,
it's the dice.
It's unmodified, yeah.
I'm having a little bit of an identity crisis.
Oh, good to know.
Otherwise, even though it seems, well, I guess no, either way, it would effectively make a +1, give you double the chance to peril, because while it would remove the ability to roll it on.
That's
the
true.
field,
It'd make it 2. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't see why not, but
Yeah, I'd have to be in here anyway.
I don't know. I still feel like G was fortunate considering he had a very lackluster turn 5. I'm pretty sure he's pretty fortunate that he got so many easy cards to achieve this round, because if he would have got crappy cards and Andrew was able to draw some good, decent cards, he could actually swing, because he's only down, what, 4 now?
Yeah, at the beginning of the round it was 11 to 7, so yeah.
I mean, if you can get the right cards, that's no biggie in Maelstrom. So,
one of the
especially
things I
when,
love about Maelstrom.
right, it's true, yeah, it can turn pretty quickly, and that's the thing too with G, because a lot of his units are in the backfield. So you kind of give him free range. Now, I think it's also fortunate for G that a lot of Andrew units are slow.
Right.
So if you get, even if you get that, get to the center kind of a thing, like you don't have anything there, or if he doesn't, I can't. That unit in the middle, that's G's unit, right?
That is G's unit.
Right. So you think, it's difficult for Andrew to get around the board quickly. So I think, it's another fortunate thing. And honestly, I gotta hand it to G, because he left those Razorbacks stuff in the backfield. It just hasn't been touched all game because there's no range. Primaris has no range on that. So
he's got the las cannon, but he had to concentrate that on the Dread Knight.
Right. So I mean, and even then, if you're thinking 48 inches, that's not far enough to get across the table.
Right.
Those Razorbacks are well out of range. So it looks like
It was just a deny.
was it denied though? Because didn't G get 8 + 1 is 9? Is it if it's equal, it's denied?
No, you're right.
I thought it was D3.
Yeah.
So he's
You're right. It's not a deny.
No. I thought you said he's dead.
Oh, no.
I don't know.
Take as many,
So what do you have left? 3?
Yeah, it has to be greater to deny.
That's it. I'm gonna shoot his
There
face.
you go.
Smoke.
So G comes out on top again. Surprise!
Looks like, yeah.
Surprise!
He is gaining somewhat of a reputation.
Yeah, he gets what he needs. Just enough.
To be fair, though, he does do a really great analysis of.
Oh yeah, he plays the game really well. He makes sure all of his bases are covered. So he's a great player. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to take anything away from him, but he always just gets the dice rolls when he needs them. That's my thing.
Absolutely. I've been on the receiving of that far too many times to give you any dispute there.
Yeah, because I want to take some hunters, like the AA tank. Oh, yeah.
So it looks like G is rolling up some shooting.
It is shooting.
So the giant cannon is...
And I think it's some Stormbolters from some Paladins, I think, because that's probably the only thing left that has that much shots.
And every roll hits. Just yeah, so I'm like, oh, well, I'll take a couple hunters, because then even if my opponent doesn't have a flyer, that's still strength 9, decent.
The other thing that's really coming into play here is the fact that Andrew was kind enough to let G have that unit deployed on the table. That's really going to bite him in the backside.
Oh yeah, after turn 4, yeah. That's the big deal. Now again, if they didn't agree, they would have been on turn 3.
Correct.
So
That's valid.
Yeah, you're good.
it wasn't like one of those things like, oh, I didn't know. It was kind of like they talked about it beforehand. So
Yep. always fun to work those social contracts out with your opponent beforehand. You know, it's another thing that I really enjoy about 8th edition. I don't know about you, but I don't think I've had any real heavy rules arguments this entire edition.
I guess it's true. I mean, yeah, I guess it's true. I feel like sometimes, well, not even that. I guess you're right. I feel like there's not really one I can, because I feel like when I played 7th edition, every game I played, I played 7th edition, I would play it every week, multiple times a week, and every game I would still have something where I'd be like, well, I gotta look at the rule book, and then we're going back and forth, not arguing, just like, well, the rule book says, the rule book says this, but does this really count? Like, is this? Can we do that? You know,
there were so many layered rules and interpretations of how things interacted. And then you have allies craziness going on.
Oh yeah,
just I really have to applaud New GW for simplifying things and really, what I think really it comes down to is the rules are written far more cleanly than
and they made sure to specify like because I know
even just like we were talking about with something like Perils of the War.
Right, yeah, it says the dice roll of 1 or 6, not a value of 12 or anything. Like, so yeah,
there's no ambiguity in that whatsoever. There's no possibility for interpretation of rules as written versus rules as intended.
Right.
You know, honestly, that whole rules as written, rules versus intended, I haven't heard it in 8th.
I know, it's true. I haven't heard it either. That's a good point.
It's a beautiful thing.
I think G just took something out, so...
All right.
Surprise, surprise. But I was going to say this mission actually comes up when you say that, they've been very clear on specifying, so like with the contact loss, you generate objectives for controlling objectives. You generate tactical cards for controlling objectives. Now, the way it read in 7th edition, it almost seemed like if you controlled those objectives at the beginning of the game, you could draw more than one card in that first turn. This specifically says the first turn is only one card. It doesn't say at any turn, whatever. So it's way better. Just
so much cleaner.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Where's center? Did you have a die?
So clean, so fresh.
That's right. Chainsword Diaries. We are so clean and so fresh.
That's that.
So clean, so mean.
So clean, so mean?
That's right.
So, no.
I'm just keeping it real and going with the rap quotes, because that's what I'm all about, is the rap quotes.
That's right, man.
Nothing says hardcore rap fan like 42-year-old white guy.
I'm a hardcore rap fan. That's worth it. I guess that's true. I'm 24. It's kind of like the nature of my generation.
We liked NWA, so we broke the mold for it.
Yeah, you guys were the trendsetters. What card was that?
We got to get Andrew to hold those cards. What card did he just pull?
Assassinate.
Ooh. Is there any characters left?
Well, there is Grandpa.
Grandpa in the
sitting
back.
in the backfield in the rocking chair.
In the rocking chair on the porch.
My true warlord.
Issuing out orders. That's right.
Yeah.
Back in my day, we didn't have to go downfield.
There was no limits to Gate of Infinity.
I guess I was done on that part. You're like, you can't hide. You can't
But yeah,
hide.
so...
Alright.
Grandpa Voldus keeping it real. Sitting behind a rock.
Never one to hold his tongue.
Your shots. They are...
smiting demons and taking names.
That's right.
Range with these two.
He was smiting demons before it was cool.
It's true.
Yeah.
Literally. He's the OG of smiting demons.
That's right.
Those are going out with the carbines.
What's shooting? I'm sorry.
Bolters into that.
So looks like we got some shooting on that squad in the middle there.
Bolters. Oh, bolter shot goes through.
Shout out TCD Jeff. That's what's up. That classic one.
Alright, we got 2 plasma guns in rapid fire range.
Ooh, this could hurt.
3 hit. And strength 7.
They have the bolt carbines.
2 wounds, -3.
Yes, that's a lot of wounds.
We got 5 ups.
2 more dead.
One more guy
Look
left.
at that.
And that heavy plasma cannon.
Now, do Purifiers have that same rule as the rest of the Grey Knights where they don't have to take the morale checks?
I don't think so. I think Purifiers can fail and then like regular strike squads, but I'm not sure about regular Terminators. I know Paladins, at least according to G, do not have to take it.
Yeah, I believe the regular Terminators do not either.
Which I find as a Dark Angels player a little offensive because we pride ourselves on ignoring morale checks. Like as Deathwing Terminators, we ignore those. But now all of a sudden Grey Knights get that? No fair.
Jeff?
One shot.
In 7th, do you have "And They Shall Know No Fear"?
Dark Angels did, but we also ignored Deathwing ignored morale checks.
Yeah, quit your bitching.
Hey, but Grey Knights had "And They Shall Know No Fear." Now they get ignored morale checks too.
But they're the special butterfly marines.
But they already have Smite.
You know, I'm just saying. GW loves them. What can I tell you? Blame Matt Ward. Haven't heard that in a while.
I was going to say, didn't he get signed back on for something special? I feel like he was on something. He was doing some contract or something.
Well, the beautiful thing, another smart thing that they did is they stopped taking lead designer. They started taking lead designers' names off of the codexes. So he is still with the team.
Okay.
But yeah, that's all what it's come down to is there's no more lead designer. Matt got a few too many death threats, I think, after the yellow card.
Unfortunately, yeah, I think it went a little far.
Yeah, Neckbeard's got really hot about that.
So when are you going out the Neckbeard? I feel like you're the only one of the crew that's got the ability. Yeah.
No, yeah. See, I really, first off, the wife just isn't digging it. So
hey, this is for the Chainsword Diaries.
For the Chainsword Diaries, priorities first.
That's right.
Yeah, we have the stream, and that comes first, ladies and gentlemen. No, honestly, I think the goatee goes more with the dignified Scotch drinking look. If I could rock the monocle, I would.
Fair enough. Okay. Okay, I can roll with that. I respect it.
I think if I rock the monocle, I might bump into the table a little too much.
So it looks like he's counting out some victory points. So 2 more victory points. But I think G got a ton in his turn.
I believe he did as well. So let's go out and check and see. We'll see if this game goes on and where we're at.
All right, round recap coming up.
So, gentlemen, that was pretty action-filled. Andrew, we got you up to 9. But unfortunately, G pulled the "I am Grey Knights, I get 3 points" card, I believe. And in addition, you were controlling one of the objectives that you pulled on the card already, weren't you?
What's that?
For your, didn't you score? Yeah, you were already controlling one. So we're up to still sitting at a 4-point lead, 5-point lead going into 6. So
leaving 6. Sorry. Yep.
So we've got the opportunity now for Andrew to extend this, or we'll see what's going on from here.
4.
The game goes on.
All right. I'm okay with
All right. So we've got 14 points on the board already for G. We've got 9 points.
Does the game end automatically at 7?
Yes. Game ends automatically at 7. We will not be here till midnight, folks. Have fun, guys.
All right, 5-point deficit for Andrew. He's got to come up big. Do you know how many victory points he's currently holding, or objectives?
I believe that he is holding 2 objectives, so he's going to be able to draw 2 more cards. He's got 3 cards sitting on his side of the table right now.
Okay.
So he could get up to 5.
If they're 1-pointers.
Potentially, if they're 1-pointers, he could pull it all.
If he gets some D3s, he has a chance. But this is also barring G from scoring anything this turn.
Correct.
Now, also,
G scores a point.
Let's look at the fact that G has a decent opportunity to get line breaker, whereas Andrew is in no position.
Yeah.
No position to get line breaker. So that's a freebie for G.
We're already looking at an extra point for G. Yeah.
If he's aware of that, I'm not sure if he's.
It's a valid point.
Because he doesn't have to get it right now. He's got a 5-point victory point lead.
Yeah, at this point, I think this is where G's very conservative gameplay is strengthening his position. His ability to... The Grey Knights, while being a very elite army, they bring the ability to gate around the table.
Hey, you can only do it once, though, once per turn.
It's still a unit that's able
true.
to get wherever you need it to go.
That's true.
With the fact that you can also hold a couple units in reserves for the Terminator unit.
That's right, yeah.
It really...
It's tough to predict, tough to
counter deploy.
Right, exactly.
It's really
tough to counter. That's
deploy.
a good way to put it, yeah.
Good. Just a little bit more. It's okay.
Okay, so
looks like some purifiers.
Purifiers. Yep, it looks like they got slung across the table.
Or did they come out of that building?
I think in that building. You're correct.
Grandpa.
That Dreadnought's holding on for dear life.
He is. Up. Grandpa moved over.
Them moving. Oh.
So psychic phase.
Let's get these guns in range. So I have to stay within 3.
So he's gonna. Oh, he's moving up. All right. Okay. I'm not sure what his angle is like, because this is turn 6 now.
No,
it's turn 7. So this is it. So there's really no. Well, I guess it's true. There's really no reason not to move him up. I guess.
Correct.
He's not really in any danger.
No, I think he's just positioning to
maybe
ensure
get some
himself
shots.
To be in range if there's any kind of shenanigans that he's not familiar with, because while we have been playing 8th now for since it's come out, there are still a lot of armies and a lot of rules. You want to make sure to prepare yourself for any opportunity, and so G's making sure that he's contesting those objectives.
That's a good move. I agree. Well, it looks like he moved out of that one in the back there on the top.
No, he did measure 3 inches.
Oh, okay.
Because it's actually the number is in the right hand side. The objective.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm on board now. I'm on board.
Got a 9 in the psychic phase.
Oh, this
Grandpa's
he's gating around.
Taking his retirement tour.
He's coming out of retirement.
Coming out of retirement.
Screw that pension. I'm coming after you. He needs more than just that 401k.
That's right. Voldus is the relief pitcher of the Grey Knights. He's coming in only for the save.
No, he's the closer.
Oh, closer. Yeah,
right.
Sorry. Yeah. Basketball is my sport.
I was going to say, stick to 40K.
Sports analogies is just not funny.
And they're about to score a touchdown here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, scoring a touchdown with their goalie. It's amazing. She'll give him a hat trick. It's just out there. Go sports ball.
He's going to cast Hammerhand.
That's right.
No, he won't. He will cast Vortex Doom.
Here comes Vortex.
Okay. 7 failed. I need an 8.
Vortex does not get off with the 7.
And that is with the +1 indeed.
Just 1 mortal wound.
So just 1 mortal wound onto.
Only 1. Wah.
Oh, I think it's onto the Dreadnought. So it's looking for the 6.
That's nice.
Oh, he ignores it with the 6 up. There you go. Venerable Dreadnought coming in.
They'll cast Hammerhand on themselves.
Looks like some Hammerhand going over there on the Paladins. Or is it on the? It might be on the Purifiers.
I think he's a Paladin. So.
Oh, okay.
Of your Dreadnought to smite.
He does those arbitrary general direction points, you know.
He's surveying his entire people.
That's right.
It's got that royal wave going.
Okay. That's it.
The regal majesty that is G.
Okay. 6 shots.
The great smite hope.
The great smite hope, baby.
You move 2, right? So, okay. 4 hits and strength. So 3.
So it looks like he's shooting
-1.
some Stormbolters.
Yep, Stormbolters, -1. Now Stormbolters, he's got -1 AP.
No, oh, does he use the stratagem for that?
Yeah, I
okay.
believe so. Oh, no. This is, I'm sorry, this is, what is it, the Psybolt or whatever that gives him -1?
Oh, the Psy Cannon, there we go.
Yeah, still up 5.
4 shots -1 AP. Just all makes me die, so it all blends together.
Strength 6 though.
So 5.
I'm not a good 40K player, I just play one on TV.
That's right. Don't we all? Take it till you make it.
That's right.
Nice.
1 each.
If one or so more. Oh no, just 1. I'm sorry.
Alright, takes 2 more.
What's he at?
3.
Wow. So
Vultures,
Dreadnought, excuse me, takes a couple more wounds. It goes 2 more wounds. I'm not sure what he's at totally though. He's been taking some damage, so
right. It's not definitely not at full.
Oh no!
just 1.
Got it.
And passed.
Rapid fire range from both. Hits on 2s. Rerolls 1s.
Those of you still hanging out in chat?
Looking for 5.
What do you think? You think Andrew can pull off a miracle here?
He needs some. He needs to hold it down right now, and he needs to get some good cards on his turn.
Absolutely.
So.
Can you draw a line breaker twice?
Well, yeah, it's true. You can get behind enemy lines. So. I don't think it's. I think it's only a 1 in.
It is only on 1 card. Just
They're not
dumbass as usual.
Maybe you can get like secure the 1 in the corner.
Yeah.
Draw it a couple times.
Sure, why not?
Freebies.
Okay. We charge it first.
Like brain at my paladins, you can't see them, so you can have Overwatch.
Okay.
Good positioning by G to keep his paladins out of Overwatch before they charge.
That's right.
If you can deny line of sight on your charge, you don't need to be able to see the unit that you charge. But if you can deny line of sight, then they don't get to fire Overwatch at you.
I'm pretty sure you need to be visible. You need to choose targets eligible within. Oh wow!
That's right.
Wow.
Alright, they're gonna charge.
Your paladins? Yeah.
See, it's those little elegant things in 8th where you can see they did leave room for the people who are crafty to play to still find those abilities where you can really position yourself well and make the movement phase a really, really important part of this edition.
Yep.
Yeah.
So G was able to pull off the charge with a 10.
Did I place Hammerhand on them? I think, or did I fail that?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
No, it's definitely true in the rules. It just,
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
You know, honestly, the thing about it is, if you're trying to put it together with the logical idea of what can happen on a battlefield, things are moving and shooting. You know where somebody is when people.
It's
true. You know, so I feel like you still should get Overwatch. If you can charge me without looking at me, I should be able to shoot you, at least in an Overwatch standpoint. But, I don't know. I guess
in 40K, everybody's always been able to run faster than me. Why are you complaining about it now?
I guess it's true. I guess it's true. Fair enough.
It's a whole army, every army of flashes. It's got guns that have range of 12 inches, which I can make on a double time. It's all good.
5s, but I got a +1 to wound. So 4.
Here we go.
Not that many.
3.
Oh yeah, not that many.
Wow, just 3 on the. Is this on? I believe it's on. Is this on the
close combat? This is his swing.
Oh, made them all.
Nice.
Woo! Hot dice.
Big fat 0.
Right.
Hot dice.
Swing it back.
Here comes that big
All
beefy
hit.
dreadnought. All hit.
Same thing for wounds.
Oh, 3 wound. -3. 2 dead.
3. Who's he? Oh, he's getting.
They're 3 wounds each. Oh, okay, 3.
Yep. 3 damage.
Yeah.
each.
Wow. That's 2 dead paladins.
Man, too bad they don't take morale checks.
Yeah. Right.
Alright, sir.
Alright.
That's it for my turns. Do I do it? I don't know.
No, I actually appreciate that only one army gets that rule because now everybody can kind of feel what it was like to play against Space Marines where they ignored that phase for.
Well, so Dark Angels get to ignore morale checks. Some Grey Knights get to.
It's far less frequent. Than
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, when you have scouts, never run away. It got a little annoying.
Or if they did, they just auto regrouped. Because that was the thing, like in 7th edition, if you failed a morale check and they didn't have anything, showed no fear. Oh my gosh! Like you're running away. They're just useless for the rest of the game.
Right.
At least in this edition, like if you do fail, like you just drop units, drop a couple miles, and be like, all right, we're fine. We just get to do normal now. It's not like your life's ruined for the next 2 turns.
Right? No, they sped up the game behind enemy lines. You called it. That's going to make it impossible.
That hurts, especially when he lost those Inceptors. Because if he had that, he might have a shot. And he only drew 1 card there?
I believe.
Melter range is 12.
Yeah, only
right?
one card.
I feel like he's holding 2 objectives.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
One in the middle and one in the back corner.
I think so too.
It's just a cover set.
Hey, Andrew, you need to draw another card?
Yeah.
Isn't Andrew holding 2 objectives?
Yup.
Did you draw 2 cards?
Yup. Secure objective 2.
Oh.
And behind
him.
Okay, secure objective 2 and behind him.
Day drinking is to blame again, guys.
Yeah, sorry, I apologize, listeners. Viewers,
Yeah,
whatever.
They're both.
So,
Viewers, listeners.
We only care about the listeners. We're not on screen.
all right.
That's right, you and I only care about the listen.
I just want to kill some.
No,
We care about all you. We're really glad you're here.
yeah, thanks for hanging out
in.
with us.
Hey, if you get a chance, check us out on Facebook. You know, and if you're in the local area, this is the whole thing that we're formed for. Chainsword Diaries is here because we are one of you. We want you on the screen. Andrew is just one of the fans who reached out and said, "Hey, I want to be on stream."
Yeah.
And here he is this week playing. So
Yeah.
you know, this is you don't have to be a tournament great. You don't have to be
No.
somebody who's widely known. We're just looking for people to have fun who love 40K.
Yeah, just meet some new people, play some games, roll some dice, have some fun, you know?
Yeah, it's a great thing, man.
Cannot
Come on down to Immortals
see him
Inc.
through there.
Every Monday, 7 o'clock, and we'll get you on stream. As long as your army's, you know, fairly well painted. Now, we're not looking for anything that's going to win.
We just don't want great
And the
plastic.
last
Right. Gray plastic or base primer. You know, as long as you're a little bit past that, we'll accept it.
Yeah. Also, so we're Rocky River, Ohio for Immortals, so we do 40K Mondays here
Yep.
at Immortals Inc. And, yeah, just hit us up at, you can hit us up on the email too if you really want to get in.
Yeah, you can hit us up at the chainsworddiaries@gmail.com. Let us know that you want to play on the stream, and we'll be happy to check it out. You can also reach us at Facebook. We're at the Chainsword Diaries. We're also at the Chainsword Diaries on Instagram, or at the Chainsword on Twitter. You can. There's tons of ways to reach out to us.
Right.
Yeah, they're dead.
We are here for you.
Absolutely.
Oh, maybe that. Please.
We got some exciting things coming down the pike too.
Oh, we do. We got podcasts, battle reports. We got to have some good stuff coming your way, guys.
Yeah, you know, we just got our first podcast in the can earlier today.
Good, yeah.
Our first podcast was edited earlier today, and we got our battle report will be going up on the YouTube stream later this week.
Yeah, this is exciting.
It's a great time to be part of TCD.
That's right.
Extending that TCD dynasty.
I love it.
That's for not kind to you at all.
I would like to point out
Like
why
the
we're
first
giving
and then-
G a lot of mess for this.
He is an integral part.
That's it. Called it. It is over.
That's it.
The bell has been rung. The towel has been thrown.
The game is over.
Somewhere there's a fat lady singing, and it is over tonight.
And Grey Knights take it.
Grey Knights take it. We're going to come out and sum the game up real quick. And thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Andrew, man, sorry. It looks like the dice were just not with you tonight.
Yeah, not tonight.
And as usual, Smite G doing the heavy lifting, and you had that Dread Knight doing work.
Yeah, the Dread Knight did work, and Vortex was awesome. In fact, the early turn Vortex hurting all those units, and then I kept the pressure on the blasters because there was so much plasma. I knew that I
Really had
I'd be
to
in
keep
trouble. Yeah, if I didn't rush them, I had to be aggressive then conservative at the same time, so I can draw cards. So
I think it was well played. Andrew, most important question. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
man.
all right, good.
Hey, good to hear it. You know, guys, like we were saying, Chainsword Diaries, we are a stream for the fans. Andrew's a fan who just reached out to us, wanted to play a game, and here he is on the table. You guys want to come out, meet us in Rocky River, play at Immortals Inc., get on the stream, come on out. TCD Dynasty right now is sitting 3-0. So who's going to take us down?
Oh man,
We're going to lay down the gauntlet. We are undefeated.
oh okay, I didn't realize that.
Undefeated. So bring it.
Nice.
Come on out to Immortals, and we'll have some fun, guys. Signing off.
Dude, good game.
Yeah.
Sorry,
good game.
dude. Yeah, man.